Let's go, turn that shit up, man.
Hollywood Ryan. Good luck, Ryan.
The following show is for mature audiences only. Shy City Sports.
Watch the tape, and when you see the tape, you know the tape doesn't lie, and there's just the tape doesn't lie.
Hey, this is Shayne Matthews, former Bears quarterback. I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
The following show is for mature audiences only. Shy City Sports.
Watch the tape, and when you see the tape, you know the tape doesn't lie, and there's just the tape doesn't lie.
This is Only Croots with my boys on the Tape Never Lies Network, keeping it 100.
Quick, with the roster cuts that just happened, what would you guys say is the most surprising, either add or drop? What player?
The most surprising
To
cut?
you? Yeah, well, either one, add or cut. What player are you most surprised of him being, the decision being made?
I can't believe JP Holtz is on this roster. Like, just being honest, like, assessing the tape, he's saying surprise, whatever.
Either way,
I'm surprised that he's there because I don't believe that he brings anything of value to this team. Now, Shayne told me they talked about Tabor.
Yeah, there's a quote out there.
The three guys that Tabor talked about are the three guys that I want off the roster. And that would be Josh Woods, Iggy Abunaway, and JP Holtz. Those three guys, I don't understand how they're on the roster. No, Mike Z, he didn't even play. They like 3 plays in the first preseason game against Miami.
I didn't know he was injured until today. They were talking about it, yeah.
So then he's out. So that was the biggest surprise. Like, I hear Pace today say, and we're going to show it later, we're about getting the best players. That's what we're about. We don't care. Everything we've said on this network, Ryan Pace said today.
Take me on again, This is going to be tough. Alright, so I'm a huge college football fan. Love college football. Actually love it a little bit more, but I won't say that out loud. Love the passion, love the excitement, love the pageantry of college football. And having a chance to kind of have my thoughts, my ideas. But here's the thing, though. I mean, my color is going to be a little different than other folks because I'm going to be looking for some intangibles. You know, did some of these planes get in late? Did they only have 5-6 hours of sleep the night before? And these are all things that can affect the team that a lot of pollsters may not take a look at. Also, going to take a look at really kind of what it means to be ranked number 1. And I know I talked about this last time. It's really hard. I was fortunate enough to be ranked number 1 for 23 games. Whoa, did I just say that? Damn. So I know the pressure, and it is no joke. When we were ranked number 1, we're playing teams like Navy and Rice. They were giving us beyond what they could actually do on the field. So the idea that a team is going to be playing a number 1 team is going to be important. So I'm going to look at that factor. I'm going to look at the factor of kind of what the coach is talking about, right? I mean, can you give a good pregame speech? I mean, all these things are going to be factors for me because those are things that I look to, but more importantly, those are the things that young 18-year-old kids react to. Also, would love to have a segment about kind of like the one underdog guy who maybe had a great week.
What are your thoughts on the college athlete being able to cash in on their license?
So this is a very interesting topic. I actually wrote an op-ed for our local paper, the Chicago Sun-Times, and they aired it about 3 weeks ago. And my stand is that, yes, they should be compensated. However, we, as the NCAA, as the grown-ups in the room, as state legislatures, really held a blind eye to what was going on. We've given them no direction. I think it's a great way for them to get compensated. But what we did on the back end, we allowed the university to kind of walk away without paying them, right? They're not getting any percentage of the revenue. They're getting whatever they can get on their own. But they're going to do this without any direction. When I got drafted by the Bears, I hired a marketing person. I was 21 years old. I didn't know what the hell was going on, but I hired one. These kids are now 18, 19 years old, and I mean, some folks have a lot of zeros thrown at them, right? I mean, we were talking the whole Alabama thing. I think it's hilarious. They talk about people from Ohio State. Yeah. This is something that's very serious, and the institutions, the schools can only, there you go. The schools can only give you direction, and I say that in quotes, you can't see it, but I'm doing it in quotes. There's only there's only a few things they can do.
And it was really that second year I was there that things started to click. It's funny how when I first got there, I didn't know what this offense was called. My only experience in the NFL of any significance was with the run and shoot, basically, in Detroit. So I get, and Ron Turner was the offensive coach, quarterback coach, and offensive coordinator. So I go to Ron's office one day and I said, hey, not knowing what the first thing about this offense or anything, and I said, do you have any film on anybody that's run this offense that you like? And he's like, yeah, hold on a second. So he looks underneath his desk, and it's back in the VHS days, and he puts 5 VHS tapes on his desk. And says, here, take these home, go check them out, and tomorrow we'll talk about it. And it was all Joe Montana. Everything is, basically 5 hours worth of cutoffs of Joe Montana. So I had no idea that was the passing game we were running, but it was. And so it took a little ways to figure it out. And I guess what it made me think of is how, like, when you put all of the reads together and knowing all the protections and timing and defenses and all that, and then to put it together like Joe Montana did. He made everything for so long look so damn easy. What I can tell you right now, it's not.
From Detroit into Chicago, what went into that decision and how did that transpire?
Well, that was the first experience I'd ever had in life, other than youth football, where somebody said, hey, we want you. You're trying to get drafted. I didn't start in high school. I got beat out everywhere I went. I went to junior college, and the first year I was there, they had a guy that had played well as a freshman, and then he had backup. So I gray-shirted is what they call it. So I went part-time to school, and then was a backup my actually first year. Then the next year I actually played, and so we were actually pretty good. And then from there I got a scholarship to NC State, like you mentioned, but they also recruited 2 other junior college guys, both from California. There's 3 guys there. And then, as you mentioned, I got undrafted, and so my entrance into the NFL was actually playing during the strike because I had gotten like Sean Payton, right? But I had gone to the Falcons. I went to New Orleans as an undrafted free agent, got cut, was back in school, and thought I would be a coach. I was helping coach, and then I got a couple phone calls, and ended up having to go to, getting to go to Atlanta, and then they kept me after that strike, but then I got cut the following year. So I went up to Canada for their last 5 games of that season. We're going to come back the next year, and we had an inter-squad scrimmage, and I blew out a closer cushion. So that year was done. So then I basically called around, seeing if I could get a tryout anywhere, and the Lions were the only team to call me back. So that's how that worked.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man. Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Chicago's trading up. 100.
Yes!
What?
Here it is!
Just reported.
Just no competition.
Keeping it 100.
The people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition.
Keeping it 100.
The smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now they're mouth stuffed like the true and now and latest. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sack strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the armchair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maly. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Max sat. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun day. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby. Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man. Keeping it 100. Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100. Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Draft Dr.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Shit. Money Man Marsaw. And the guard. Draft audience.
Hello, this is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. Yeah, that's right. We're going back to Cali, baby. Week 1, Rams Sunday night. Let's fucking go. And of course, we got another great show for you tonight. We got Brett Maly, my man, who loves antiques, bears, prop bets. That's my kind of guy. So he's coming on. He's going to talk his shit. So, you know what? If you want to know where you're at, you can ask Matt Nagy. But if you want to know the whys, you better ask the boys. Shayne, the smartest man, Marsaw. And where is he? There he is. Draft Dr. Phil. And Shayne. There he is. Doesn't want to come on, Shayne. What's
He was
up?
trying hard. That's what she said.
I love this. Is one of my favorite Biggie songs. I'm sorry. This beat is.
We should play it more so I can edit it out of the show later.
Just instrumental, bro. It
doesn't matter.
Does it matter? Okay,
They might.
I will
fade it out.
Shut it.
But I love it too. It is because anything Biggie, I'm about. Speaking of Biggie, it's a big week, baby. This is it.
We're back.
Finally here, baby.
We did the 1-year anniversary, the birthday. We've done it all. But now this is when the stage gets set. And this is where you tell the men from the boys. I'm talking about blog boys.
Is that where I remove Claude?
The blog boys are going to come out. They're going to have their narratives this week. You're going to have all of the prognosticators coming out. They're going to fantasy football fucks are going to be going crazy and going nuts. But let's be in 480 fantasy leagues and do that stuff.
Oh, you're just why don't you just start making fun of Steven Johnson right from Jump Street?
That's exactly who I'm thinking of, actually. I don't know how you go into that many fantasy drafts, but hey,
it's a lot more
I
than
only
I
care
do.
about one fantasy team, and it's Matt Nagy's fantasy of wise, as Claudio said. I hope he gets wise, because this is it, Shayne. This sets the tone of what it is. All of the questions, all of the projections, from Ross Tucker's bullshit to fucking Spielberg or whatever the fuck PFF Brad is talking about a cap for next year. Like that matters opening weekend. This now sets the tone for the season.
He was pissed about Chicago's dead cap. I mean, Philly had that in one move. And Chicago's is like 6 players.
It's like,
let's worry about 2022 cap space when we haven't even started the 2021 season.
Yeah. I don't get, like, it's all about getting sheep to click.
It just means you're itching to tweet something to make yourself look smart. It's not football acumen. It means very, very little. I mean, how many times have we seen it over the years? Oh, the Bears can't make any moves. They don't have any money. And then boom, they go out.
I'm fighting nerds every fucking year on that shit. I fucking have been right every fucking time. Even in this cap year, the Bears made moves.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so far against the cap. They can't do anything. Shut the it's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's like if you have a narrative, that's fine. Start. What is the clever wording, Shayne? It's like if you have a narrative, start with I believe. Then I can respect you. Then I can respect you. But if you say, you know, Jonathan Wood was saying that shit that you showed me about, well, God knows what now. And then this guy talking about 2022's cap. And we haven't even taken a snap this year.
Right.
Right? And none of them are held accountable. None of them are.
No, that's why when Brad put out his, you know, top
clever
10
wording
free agent bargains, you know, like the first 6 on his top 10 got cut. Not even one game into their deal, but hey, they were a fucking bargain. Has nothing to do with talent.
No talent. Let's get
numbers.
a bargain down here. Let's look for average, Chris
Well,
Jack.
I say the variables. That's part of the variables.
You know what that makes me
all
think?
the variables.
What's that make you think of, Phil?
Jackal don't do shit.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
He's been replaced.
Not a bad picture of me.
He's been replaced.
Claudio,
the duck getting a shotgun there is awesome.
We're not afraid to make the tough moves. Claude's been demoted to milk can status, and I'm not sure when we're going to pick it back
Claude.
up.
Milk can Claude. Meth head Jackal. What's Jackal's fantasy football team name? Come on in here for a second, Jackal.
Let's talk about the fantasy league.
What's going on, boys? How's everybody doing this evening?
What's up?
I know you're working hard. I told Cherie Jackal's like David Blaine. He just fucking disappears all of a sudden. Then we see him on
Buried
game
underground.
day.
Buried underground.
He's like Allen Iverson. Practice? Talk to Phil and Shayne? No.
Oh, all right. I do deserve some of that. We didn't have our Wednesday call today, so I definitely I'll fall on the sword there. You know, had some.
No, but you were busy, to your credit.
He's probably
Set
talking to
up
Braggs.
the patron.
He's probably talking to Braggs, Phil.
Fuck that, dude. Don't even get me going. That's another show. But how's everybody doing, man? You know, this is great. Week 1's here. Fantasy football draft. The TTNL people out in the, in the chat fucking got after it on Monday night with us, man. Steven Johnson, the robo drafter. I think he's in 77 leagues, getting paid to do drafts.
Cairo Santos in like the 3rd round?
Well, that's your league, and I'm not going to give any names, Anthony Mendez, but he struggled a little bit. It was his first time in the league, but
I never play fantasy football. He took a kicker in the 3rd round.
No, it wasn't. It was early though. It was like 5th, right? Or 6th.
Guess the exact round,
he did take a tight end, and I think the second pick of in his second
almost
round.
As bad at taking Jordan Howard #1 overall.
But we do know after last night, Steven Johnson hates David
Howard
Montgomery.
Did perform, by the way.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Steven Johnson hates David Montgomery.
What did you
say?
Doesn't
like him this game. Yeah, he doesn't like him this game.
I'm just
what
fucking
did you
around.
Say again?
He's
but
watching,
I'm just,
he's watching the
Nope.
He's watching the Dingers and Cubs podcast. Not focused on the Bears.
I guess he is watching the Dingers podcast.
Wait,
while
the
Bears
Monday
games
night,
are on.
They're Monday night. We love those guys. I'm just busting balls.
I have no idea who they are, but we must love them.
You gotta. Come on, how do you dislike David Montgomery? Does he dislike
start,
him because
talking
of,
about the
because of the
matchup?
coach?
It was more of a lineup playing the Rams.
Just for this matchup.
Yeah, just for this
There's
week.
context there.
But got to throw
Don't
somebody
become
under
a
the
blog
bus.
boy. Don't do
that's
that.
not me. Come on, fuck the blog boys.
Yes, fuck the blog boys.
Put it on TTNL. Just say, look, we got Shy City TTNL. We need people in the stands. Fuck Greg. We need actual people that know what they're talking about and talk about the Bears. See, I almost squeaked that one in. Hey, I forgot I even said that.
That's Carr's favorite clip.
Cars actually sent that in to the show.
Hey, see, Cars is producing some shit.
So you did a TTNL patron fantasy draft, 2 leagues, right?
2 separate divisions. We had 17 patrons, so 2 10-team divisions. Claudio was a celebrity ad for the 1-up division.
And I killed it.
Killed it, Claudio?
He did. He had a good draft.
I don't know how, but
what's his team name?
It is called I Charge Too Much for Kids Haircuts.
Barber side.
Jackal came out fucking swinging tonight.
Dude, I had to listen to you before we came on, fucking shooting everybody
What's your
down.
team name, Chris? Let me grade your name.
Captain Justin Fields.
Okay.
But the Army cat, CAPT, period, with a little old school Civil War face.
You didn't have the little C and the 3 and then S.
Nah. CAPT.
Caesar.
Who Josh?
You're already getting. So yeah, started off the fantasy league. We got that out of the way. Good luck to all you fantasy guys. Put in the YouTube chat your team names. I'll grade them according to your performance of creativity.
Absolutely.
That being said, thank you, Jackal. Now, football, real football, not fantasy. Shayne and I. You got to be excited, only because primetime NFL kickoff Thursday night. I'm just get that anticipation.
Oh, me too, man. But the fucking drama started already. You got the Eddie Goldman drama. I know I see people are talking about it. I mean, I see a couple people in there saying that Goldman sucks. I mean, let's move beyond that. That's crazy.
Nobody knows what the Eddie Goldman saga
could legitimately be hurt, but I mean, I'm absolutely I've started to question his love.
He played
for the
against
game
the
of football.
Titans,
and he fucking looked fantastic.
He was in there making plays.
Yeah.
So again, this is where a coach needs to do a better job just protecting your guys. This is what happened. Eddie was in practice this week. He tweaked his oblique. He hurt his quad. Whatever it is, so Jer Bear 674 can sit there and not fucking through his fucking cheesy Doritos, can get through it and not take these jabs at something that he probably doesn't know. I just think transparency, rules the day. It's up to you, Coach Nagy, to just understand that you put your team in a corner and you don't allow kind of context to be had. Like, you hid. Wow. Fucking Danny Trevathan's out there on the final preseason game, and he's like, I don't know if you caught it, Shayne. Probably you always catch it. But somebody, I want to say Mark Grody, asked him, so was he hurt when he had the interception and was running back because that was his last play? No, he was injured before that. We wanted to take care of this. So you put a guy with a bad knee out in the final. Does this make sense? Like, nobody pushed back on that. And the same thing with Eddie Goldman. He's out there.
I think that they probably realized that they needed to get him a little bit of burn, and to me, it just sounds like that they're protecting him. I think that they know that he's going to give them a limited amount, and they'd rather have him later rather than right now. And it's going to let them showcase Alec Ogletree because he's still 28, 29 years old, and that's a guy that you may be able to get at a decent extension,
right?
You know, if he starts to play well. But it's, you know, the same thing with Claude's boy, Darnell Mooney. He's limited today with a back injury, as is Robert Quinn. I mean, that's just going from bad to worse at this point with him. And it's, you know, Bill Zimmerman put out a tweet tonight talking about an insider that he talked to that has direct access to Matt Nagy. And that insider said he heard directly from Matt Nagy that they are all in and committed on sitting Justin Fields, and they're talking like maybe a week 15 window. I don't know how you're, you know, to me that
you ain't projecting that shit.
No, I know, but Phil, that's what I'm saying. But they nothing would surprise me if the Bears said, "Hey, this is what Kansas City did with Patrick Mahomes, so this is the plan that we're going to stick to." They're dumb enough to do that. This franchise is dumb enough.
I have never been more agreeing with you than now. I've never seen, every time they take a step forward, they being the Chicago Bears administration, they take 15 steps backwards. It was a showcase in that presser or that interview with Jeff Joniak, the fucking softball questions. And here you had to have Ted Phillips, who, by the way, if you listen closely, identifies himself as president and CEO of your Chicago Bears.
That's always been his title.
I'm just saying he doubles down. He identifies himself as that. Like, I'm the president. I'm just,
it's like being CEO of the Brawl Network. That fucking worked out great. You know what I mean? Great.
Oh, Jesus. But I'm just saying, to identify yourself in that vein, but you have no fingers on football, that is a lie. That is a lie.
You and I both know we've been involved in sports and been playing this game here long enough to know you can't sit back and give yourself a window at the end of the season and say that's when we're going to play him. What happens if Andy Dalton goes out there and pops his Achilles halfway through the first quarter? And it's complete nonsense. But the sad part about it is that's who the Chicago Bears are. They are that team that would project something like that and then just ride the shitstorm all the way to that point and say, no, this is what's going to be best for us. This is what's going to be best for Justin because it worked in Kansas City. And it's not. The Bears are not the Kansas City Chiefs. The coaching staff is not. The talent level isn't the same. Alex Smith was a better quarterback than Andy Dalton at the time. It's not remotely comparable. I mean, just the offensive skill position players alone separate it.
I totally agree. And I don't think there's any truth to some fucking insider telling Bill Zimmerman that's what's going on. Now, that could be their goal. That could be their ideal that somehow they want to put out there as a narrative for fucking sheep to follow.
If your fucking goal is to sit that kid that long, if that's your goal, then you're a fucking dumbass.
Listen,
that makes no sense.
I'm so tired of blog boys and Like, fucking choose a side. Choose a side. What do you believe? Because that's what this network is. Like, Shayne, I don't hate Nagy the man. I don't even know him. I hate the fact that Nagy, the coach, is making these decisions and using this corporate world communication to his players and to the media and to you fans. I think it's egotistical, it's arrogant, and it's completely and utterly the opposite direction with which you need to go. This ain't fucking a video game where you got to figure out the clue and go backwards instead of forwards at this part, and then all of a sudden you get there. Football is go that way. North, south. That's what it is, Matt. You can't figure that out. You're double talk. I've caught you in so many fucking lies. You can't even figure out 32. The reason why Steven Johnson doesn't believe in 32 because he doesn't believe.
You know, it's something that yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
It sounded
He doesn't
like
know.
Chris Jackal naming his top 3 rookie running backs for fantasy football last night.
Exactly. He doesn't know either. That's the reality of what you're dealing with here. And do me a favor. Don't fucking send me what I say. I know what I say. You didn't. I love these guys. They're writing stories with what I have been saying for years. Now you're going to say, oh, we're just Nagy haters. We just want to focus on the neg. No. The only thing you're giving on my plate is stupidity. So I'm calling out what it is. On Sunday night, the whys are going to be answered. All those questions are going to be answered. Are you prepared? See, that's when all of fucking these people's stats and contracts and extensions and numbers, jersey numbers and sales, ticket sales are up, Shayne. Oh boy, we're 98. All that shit goes out. And then the real fucking time comes when you fucking strap up, you put your hand in the dirt, and you fire the fuck out. You got a center going backwards. You got people not knowing their assignments. And then you're going to sit there. Oh, I knew it all the time. I knew it all. No, you didn't. You fucking didn't. This network prides itself on watching tape, to tell the truth. I don't give a fuck what Jimmy Graham makes. All I care about is if Jimmy Graham is on a wham, he better fucking block out that outside linebacker so David can hit it up in there. That's the reality. You want another fucking bullshit ass network? Have somebody write somebody else some questions and read that shit off. You think I can't fix this shit? I fix this shit like this. Get rid of Ted. One thing down. One thing. Get a football motherfucker in there. You know what? Mustafa ain't ready. That's what a man says. He's not. He's not strong enough. I've shown you Barlissimo, my father, every fucking guy. We're all watching it. So you think it's going to change? Sunday night's going to change? You were right about you. What was that fucking fullback, Shayne? I don't even want to talk about Mike Burton. You were right about Mike Burton.
That was Mitch's best friend.
You were right about him. He's only on the team because Mitch, that's his buddy. Are you kidding me? Does that happen anywhere in the league but Chicago?
No.
Charles Leno sucked. We got fucking blog boys writing and regretting him now. Oh, what are we going to do without Charles? Charles in charge. Get a new song.
I
can't believe it.
Yeah, to accept it's not even mediocrity that you're accepting with Charles Leno. I mean, you have revisionist history. You have that in your back pocket to look back at, and there's still people now looking back and wanting Charles Leno back. Exactly. Phil, we talked about it. This is the benefit of the Bears not playing on Sunday afternoon. Because what did we both say? We're going to tune into the Redskins game. You're going to see those clips.
Just going to sit there, watch you guys try to change.
It won't take 5 downs. It won't take 5 downs to see it. I guarantee
Zebra
it.
don't change his stripes, Shayne. You're right.
That's right.
And you know what? The walrus will be flopping on the fucking ground because it's the NFL. It's the NFL. This is the first year in my life, Shayne, since Hard Knocks has started. I didn't watch one fucking episode. Not one. I have no interest. He's starting, though, Alexander. What is that? We got Jason Peters at 40 years old and 80%, 60%, or 40%. Jason Peters is better than Charles Leno. Alexander.
Mike Lennon started at one point. That didn't work out well. Just saying it's
Christ. Here's why you don't win in Chicago. You're a fucking laughing stock because you don't put football first. It's that simple. We're
Phil,
sitting here with real players and coaches breaking down tape. I've had one player say, holy fuck, I didn't know. This is an NFL player. I didn't know. I watched your
If Leno goes
breakdown
out
with
there and
your
gets
dad.
Ryan Fitzpatrick hurt in the first quarter, there's going to be a contingent of meathead Bears fans that are going to come out and say, well, see, if we had him, he would have got Dalton hurt and Justin Fields would be in there. That's going to be their justification.
Oh my God.
And it's going to
the way
happen.
out.
It's going to happen. And that's why this fan base.
Screenshot it, bullets.
Yeah.
I want HL. I want guys that aren't afraid. They're not afraid to tell the truth. I don't know what world we live in. I'm getting so disappointed. Don't wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Fucking wear a mask on the plane. That's it. Fly out. The lady's fucking refusing. She gets taken out. Just wear it. I don't care what you believe in. Just follow the rules. That's it. Bears, follow the rules. Put football first. That's the rule. That's it. There's not a nerd way out of this. Shayne is 100% right. They're going to do that. The narrative, well, we would have had Justin Fields in there now. And then he's hurt the next play, you asshole. Think about this. Come on. If you don't start if we're giving awards for mediocrity, that's the wrong place professional football is. It is. And I get so fired up for it because I already know what the storm is going to be. This is a coach that fucking ran the ball 7 times in a game. This is also the same coach that had an 87-yard touch or 80-yard touchdown and only gave the guy 11 carries in a game. This is the same team that announced Dave McGinnis as the coach before he accepted the contract. This is the same team that traded Greg Olsen as your best weapon. This is the same team that signs Charles Leno to an extension. This is the same team. We could go on and on. We've had all these former Bears on here talking about their history. It's what we accept as fans that is allowed. If you allow sports mockery to make a mockery of the Bears based on truth, then we've done it wrong. If you allow them to make a mockery based on, they said one thing one day, and then the next thing the next day, and you don't hold them accountable for that, we're doing it wrong. If you don't call this dude out for talking about cap, and we haven't taken a snap at Rhymes, you're doing it wrong. It's that simple. If Matt Nagy comes out here and starts, well, we really needed to find our identity. This is the same guy, and this is my last point on this shit. This is the same coach that said, after looking at the tape, I really, we were upset with the offensive line, but after looking at the tape against the Titans, we came away happy. Are you kidding me? George, my father, and myself broke down the Titans Bears whole thing on Patreon. All their drive. It was the worst display of offensive line play ever. I have this much confidence that it's going to change come Sunday night. That's a problem because a real coach, put a name, Shayne, Saban, Parcells, Jimmy Johnson, Belichick, go down. Name a great coach. Tomlin. Tomlin's not afraid to go up in front of the cameras. We are going to get better. Or people are going to be sitting on the sideline. That's what you do. You hold people accountable. We can't be friends with everyone. I don't give a fuck if Adam Hogue says the players in the locker room love him. Of course they do. Of course they do, because they don't give a fuck. They're getting paid.
Did you bring up sports mockery? Did I hear you say that?
Yes, I did.
Look at this.
Yeah, well. I broke down 30 minutes or 25 minutes of Andy Dalton. I'll tell you, he's a hell of a lot better than anything we've seen here since Eric Kramer, fundamentally. That's my truth in the film analysis. I don't put my name to anything. I do that on the patron side. But anyway.
I'll have to put that up. I don't know why it's choppy. I guess I'll get that fixed. So anyways, we can
He
move
ended
on.
up writing a story about that.
Oh no, it's good. It'll be worth the wait. I'll get it ready.
No worries. I don't know. But right there, talking about Andy Dalton, I think this is another mistake by the coach. He has a guy. I know our guest is here. I just saw it. I'm sorry if he's been waiting, but apologies. I just want to make this last point. And please pay attention here, because I've said this many times before, but I think it needs to be said before the game. Before the game. Because Andy Dalton's going to be a poster boy for everybody's dart throws. And the head coach put Andy Dalton in a position that is the worst that you could do to anybody, because you have the shiny new toy that has shown you nothing but poise, athleticism, and everything Andy doesn't have. And instead of opening a competition, the whole essence of football is to play the best players that are going to give your team the opportunity to win. So if you as a father, you as a head coach, you as a mom decide, I'm going to let my other son do it because I don't want them to, then you've done it wrong. It's the same thing in sports. You open up the competition because every person in that locker room knows who's the best, who is going to help us win. Because in an ultimate team sport, this ain't fucking soccer where one guy could be dominant, or basketball where one guy can be. Football needs everybody to be successful. Everybody. Devin Hester needed those blocks. Barry Sanders needed the blocks. Walter, so on, so forth in this game. Your coach has now created the anxiety of Andy going out there and having to perform. So when someone says, Bill Zimmerman or whoever, insider, oh, Fields ain't going to play if they start losing 3 in a row, the pressure is it's done. It's done. So you open the competition and you have a true one as a head coach. Now you come away prepared to win with your army, with your players at your back, like Nick Saban would. Like Nick fucking Saban would. Like Bill Belichick said, Cam, goodbye, Mac Jones. That's how you win. Not this bullshit that everybody in the chat knows who the best quarterback is on the Bears right now. Who gives them the win? Everybody. And they're all going to tell you Monday morning. I knew it. And that's unfair to Andy. Because if Andy came in there with the Allen Robinson and everybody out there, not bubble wrapped, and played his ass off like he possibly can, then you would have said, wow, Andy is ready. And everybody would have been on board with that. But unfortunately, you have a guy that's a corporate, incapable head coach. He's never been one. And that's my rant on that. Every position. Jesus. Sorry. Gets me so fired up, Shayne.
I don't blame you, man. It's we're used to the same thing over and over and over again, and we're just expecting these guys to miraculously figure it out at this point. And it's, I don't know. We'll see. To me, the best quarterback's not playing. The guy that gives you the best chance to win isn't playing. And when you try to look Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks, a guy like Roquan Smith in the face and say, I'm doing what's best for this team, I really don't think you are. Yes, hey, if he has some fucking struggles, that's fine. We've endured 102 years of struggles, bro. We can do it for a couple more fucking games. Exactly. My God, the mental fortitude is the fucking separator when it comes to Justin Fields. He's not Mitch. Mitch didn't have it between the fucking ears, guys. I'm sorry. He was a talented kid. You could see it where he crumbled mentally. You could see it where it was Chicago was too fucking big for him. It was. Justin Fields walks up and they're like, hey, Justin, do you feel the pressure? And he's like, no, there's enough talk. Let's go. Let's go play ball. I'm built for this. I'm made for this. He's the fucking guy. You're missing a fucking, imagine the showcase on Sunday Night Football debuting Justin Fields nationally. Instead, we're bringing out the fucking red rifle.
And guess what, Shane? The Jets have named their captain. It's their rookie quarterback.
Shocker.
It's like they get it because they have a guy that has dreamed of being a head coach. Who's been
the Bears are probably going to let Justin Fields pick the song for Club Dub if they win. That's the difference.
But last point. Look no further than this past weekend, real quick. Clemson, DJ goes out there and he looks like he's thinking. Then look at Alabama's quarterback at his first start. There's just some players, and I always say this to you, it's like you understand a guy that's been in the street playing ball with the fucking Buick and the Volkswagen over there, and they just fucking step up. I don't care how tall they are or whatever. They play to win. Nothing phases them. They have ice in their veins. That's the reality. Now, our reality, though, we always do this with our guys. 1280 by 720, baby.
Look at this kid.
You know how we do it. This guy is not only a friend of ours, but if you've ever watched History Channel's Porn Stars, he comes on when they need an expert's opinion on a painting. Tonight, we need an expert opinion on Matt Nagy's pain in the ass coaching. Let's go there with Brett Maly talking about some Chicago Bears.
This rabid Chicago Bears fan is also a fine art appraiser for Art Encounter in Las Vegas, Nevada. He appears regularly as the art expert for History Channel's internationally syndicated show, Pawn Stars. 100 crew, put on your white gloves and don't touch that. Let's give it up for the man, the myth, the fine art legend. Let's give it up for the Tape Never Lies family. He's Brett Maly.
There he is.
That never gets old. Thanks, guys.
What's up, Brett?
Good to be here, as always. How we doing, guys, on the eve of the start of the 2021 season?
Are you geeked about Andy Dalton? Getting ready to unveil your new toy?
You know, I got to say, Doc, you stole all the points I was going to make. I mean, the guy that I feel the most sorry for on this roster is Andy Dalton. He's been given no support, no help from his coach. The best thing you could have done when you get a guy like Fields in here is, like you both said, open it up for a competition. Dalton would have understood that. It would have been fair. He would have probably had a chance to, wouldn't have been bubble wrapped in the preseason. He could have gone out there with the ones, shown his stuff, and then if he wins the competition, great. You've seen that he can succeed. You have some faith in him going forward. The rest of the players have some faith in him going forward. But right now he's automatic. He's going to get booed coming out of the tunnel. It's ridiculous.
I told Phil a few weeks ago he could go, 10 for 12 and have 3 touchdowns in the first half, and the next incompletion, he's going to get booed by Bears fans.
Yeah.
Just because they're ready. You're right. He's in a no-win situation. And this is what bothers me about Chicago. They can make some decisions, but the easy, tough ones, they make extra hard. When Andy Dalton was signed, yes, you're our starter. That was absolutely right in March. 100% correct. Shit changed on April 29th. Real fast when Justin Fields fell to Chicago and they moved up and got him.
Exactly.
That's all of these guys in free agency when they say, hey, I loved my time here. I love my time there. I went here. Hey, it's a business. Fans, don't be mad at me. It's a business. Yeah, it is. Andy, guess what, bro? It's a business. We got our fucking guy.
Right.
You got 10 mil. Go cry into your dollar bills. Go make a fucking money phone on the sideline. Call your wife and complain to her. I don't really care. They're playing the wrong guy and whatever. He's mentally strong enough. Yes, we know he's going to have mistakes, and that's Chicago. Chicago is amplifying the mistakes to say that they're really making it look like it's going to destroy him because this franchise has had no fucking basis of developing everybody or anybody at that position in 102 years. It's crazy.
The thing is, I mean, hasn't Nagy said like a dozen times, hey, we're creating competition. We're creating competition, except for at the most important position in all of football. We don't want competition there. That won't make Dalton better. That won't make, him rise to the occasion. Let's bubble wrap him. And then we'll put him out there after no reps with the number 1 and number 2 receiver. And we'll put him up against one of the best defenses on, prime time. And that, our offense will come out all cylinders firing.
What's the fucking best way to neutralize Aaron Donald? Put a fucking quarterback with the explosiveness of Justin Fields out there to get out of the pocket and make some fucking plays. And the Bears have the speed on the outside now. He's got the arm talent. Like I said to Phil, you don't even have to fucking complete the pass sometimes. It's going to dictate coverage when you have that speed out there. Andy Dalton can complete those passes, but he can't make the big plays consistently outside of the pocket that Justin Fields can. And the Bears need all the help they can get. I mean, this seems to be trending in the wrong way. I mean, you see with the Darnell Mooney news, Robert Quinn, I think nobody's really surprised there, but with Eddie Goldman, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited about the season, but man, oh man,
I think I missed some stuff. I've been battling Vegas traffic getting here. Now, what was the Mooney news? I heard about Goldman.
Limited in practice with a back injury. Robert Quinn, same thing. Eddie Goldman they went out and signed 2 defensive linemen, added them to the practice squad because according to Adam Johns, there's a rumor circulating that Eddie Goldman is injured.
You bubble wrap these guys all freaking preseason.
Yeah.
And then, getting balanced up.
God, no wonder Darnell's hurt. I mean, he played 6 plays in the preseason. This shit is so simple on the East Coast. Like, we fucking laugh at football decisions. Are you fucking kidding me? And the more I learn about the Bears behind the scenes, the more agitated I get. There has to be a reality check of somebody saying, we need to start putting football first. If it's the minority owner taking over with the Arlington Heights, whatever this guy's name is that has the ownership rights to these racetracks and whatever, well, the McCaskies need to fucking go. Because you ain't Hallis.
You're not changing ownership. You might as well beat your head against the wall. You'd get farther.
Something's going to change it, what Carr said. I don't want to put negative karma on, but that's the impetus of change.
Here's the thing.
The lady not being owner anymore.
Here's the difference. You talked about Zach Wilson being named captain in New York. Well, in Chicago, they don't let it seems like they don't let the players do it anymore. Matt Nagy doing the rotation of captains. I will bet anybody right now. You know who's going to be the captain Sunday night? It's going to be Andy Dalton. There's our fucking. It's all about optics. There's QB1 walking out to the center of the field. I guarantee you.
Corporate. Are you? Yeah. You're 100% right. I'm sorry. We were on. I don't know if you got to see it. We have a new show every Monday night. Chris Zorich, former Chicago Bear. Chris Zorich, Monday nights here We'll do a shameless plug. Chris Zorich show. It's the Super 16 poll show with Chris Zorich, breaking down college football every Monday night at 8:30. Performance over politics. I brought up Chris Zorich, obviously, shameless plug. But if you haven't seen the show, you got to check it out. Our first one kicked off on Tuesday because Monday he had a power outage. But Chris said something very important with what Shayne is talking about here. His reaction to naming weekly captains is exactly where I stand, where Shayne stands. It is a fucking Charles Leno puppy shit move. Your captain is the fucking guy on that offensive line that sets the fucking tone. Your captain is the quarterback that you know and everybody in that locker room knows is going to win you games. Your captain is that linebacker number 58 that's saying, I'm going to fucking destroy these motherfuckers. Like, that's the leader. It ain't Eddie Jackson. It's not. Pick the right fucking guy. It's Khalil Mack taking on triple teams and never complaining, Dan. That's your captains right there. I can name your fucking captains. It's Jason Peters, who's your best lineman as he walks in the motherfucking door. That's your captain. Everybody, every fucking youngin is looking up at him. James Daniels might be the most talented. Jason's the captain. That's a leader. We watched Brett. Did you happen to watch X's with the O's?
I missed it this last time. I'm sorry.
Jason Peters doing shit. My father is on the ground. Shayne, am I right? Like, holy shit.
Finally.
This is your left tackle.
Finally, right.
Barlissimo was like cracking up laughing. He's from Britain. They don't even fucking laugh over there. He's going up. And Barlissimo's on the ground because you can't believe what Jason Peters is able to do. And I got these blog boys missing Leno? You fucking kidding me? Oh, my God. You don't know football. That's it. That's it. And you were right, Phil. You were right. Shayne, you were right, Shayne. You were right, Shayne. I said it too. Yeah. Say it now. Say it proud. Fucking rotating captains. Fucking what's his name? Pat O'Donnell's going to be a captain. Brett, does that intimidate you?
That shows no leadership. I mean, he's treating it like some democracy. You know, it's ridiculous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like, come on, coach. Have some fucking ball. I don't want to upset anybody here. But this week, Josh Woods really worked hard on that practice squad. He's going to be our practice squad captain. Everybody clear. This is what's going on. I'm dead serious. You guys laugh. I'm dead ass serious. Nope. This is a joke. Zorich was like, there's nothing worse. I hate it. And we were talking about his alma mater doing something like that. It's ridiculous. Let's pick captains every week. Guess what? Guess who else did that? Take a wild guess. Who can do it in the chat first?
Are the initials MT?
That is correct. That is correct. Mark Trestman did that. I don't want to upset anybody. Good job, Cal. You're the first fucking one other than Brett. Mark Trestman did that. Say, guess what he had? I don't want to be too inappropriate here. So you could think. He didn't have any balls. That's what. Yeah. Let's rotate. Oh, my God. The prop bets just got fucking incinerated. Burn the prop bets. Let's name a fucking weekly captain. Hey, did you see the new Yellowstone this week? Yeah, I did, Coach. You're our captain, buddy. You're our cat. You passed the test. Come on. What are we doing? Tressman-esque. There'll be a story about that tomorrow, guys, on Sports Mockery. Trust me. Or whoever the fuck else that says it first. It's ridiculous. Trading cap. Only Krutz was your captain. You're gonna next week it's Fred Miller with a fucking black eye. Hey guys, line up over here. Come on. This is a joke. And we haven't even fucking started. First play of the game, Brett. If they don't fire off that line, you're gonna see me post on Facebook. It is over. It is over. Because that's the only way this football team is going to have any kind of offense, is that offensive line showing up. I know Jason Peters will fire out. I know James Daniels will fire out. The rest of them, Cody White here, 4th-ranked guard in PFF, Shayne. 4th-ranked guard. What? In the preseason. He paid fucking, oh, my own.
Now, I got a quick question for you guys. Quick question before we get into some of the props, because quite frankly, Vegas is about as optimistic about Nagy as you guys are. But do you think Nagy has the brains to do what Sean McVay thinks that he does, to put packages in with Fields?
I would hope so. I mean, I for the life of me, I can't understand how you could not have packages for him in there. You want to stress the defense. He's going to give you that fucking option. I understand if Dalton is the fucking starter, you don't want to. There's not going to. I don't expect there's just going to be, the light goes off and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, we have a savvy veteran quarterback back there. And now everything is falling into place. This is the Bears. We know how this is going to go. It's on national TV. Prime time. So it's going to be even fucking worse. And then they're going to be the butt of every single fucking joke Monday morning. And then the calls for Fields are going to start. Andy Dalton's going to be irritated, all that shit. But I don't have the confidence in Matt Nagy that he'll do that. I really don't. Or he'll put Justin Fields out there and we're going to fucking show him. And he's going to fucking have him throw a shovel pass to JP Holtz on 3rd and 13. You know what I mean? It's
God.
The dash pass.
What are the whys, right? What are the whys?
But he should.
Ask yourself what the whys are. If fired up Phil is going to say, nope. But hope, where's Gary Williams drop? Throw that up there. Is there hope, Gary? Is there hope that this guy?
There's hope, guys.
I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be.
There's hope, guys. There's hope.
I hope
if
there's
you got the right people. I hope that is hope.
See that little? If you got the right people, that we always forget that part, Gary. That's the one thing that's the missing ingredient here. The chip, as we would call it. We ain't got the right guy to do that. Even if they fucking know, like they're saying, Sean McVay's a football coach. Sean McVay is a creative mind.
What?
Every coach is going to have their flaws. But I'm preparing for that. And he put it in the media to challenge you motherfucker. You know what they did last year? The Rams, they put a nose man on the center and 2 guys in the gap, and they're going to run twists all game. They're going to do this again. They're going to try to stop the run and be aggressive here. And you're going to have to do what to beat that? Quick game. 3-step slants. Beat Jalen Ramsey on a double go. You have to be aggressive.
What's a slant?
Exactly. Let's watch. Let's throw curls. That's that.
What?
That's the problem. Matt Nagy is way in over his head. I've said it for years now. And Vic Fangio has saved his life. And then Mitch Trubisky and Bill Lazor saved his life. So now he has new life. And I think he's going to try to push off this Justin Fields. If they came out with the collaboration meeting with the fans, and that was probably the lowest I've ever felt as a Bears fan. Even after the Super Bowl loss against the Colts, I hadn't felt that low. I'm like, there is just no hope. Are you fucking kidding me?
And when did that change? April 29th.
When they drafted Justin Fields.
It did.
And
your problems were alleviated immediately from one guy.
Exactly.
But we're gonna not unveil him because he might make some mistakes, and we feel like he's mentally fragile. I mean, Jesus Christ.
He's shown you the complete utter opposite.
Peyton Manning threw what, 28 interceptions as a rookie?
Yeah.
Troy Aikman threw, I think, 21. Fucking Brett Favre threw fucking 30-something interceptions. Think about this stuff. You as a human being, Justin Fields has always been in the spotlight. Jacksonville's running with their guy that's always been in the spotlight. Jets are rolling out with their guy.
Oh, Chicago's got him in the spotlight. He's just going to be standing on the sidelines wearing a hat, not a helmet.
Who's the fucking sideline reporter? Mina, whatever the fuck, who drives me insane on ESPN? No, it's on NBC. So we'll avoid.
Big plays are nice. They're good.
Big plays are nice. Guys, we're in for a night. Now, I'm going to be the first one. I want to eat crow. I want Matt Nagy to go out there, out-coach, go out there, be consistent, stay in your formations, run plays off the same formation that you continue to show. But a zebra don't change his stripes, man. This guy gave up, thank you, Kimes. Not a fan of Kimes. Maybe we can get her on a show. I'll tell her, like, Kimes, this is what you need to do. Anyway, there's no Tariq Cohen, so we don't have to worry about that. There's no Cordero Patterson, so we don't have to worry about that. Those are two things that I marked off my list, Brett, that I don't have to worry about Matt Nagy losing focus.
Right. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple.
Hopefully he does.
Montgomery, that the one time the Bears offenses looked good coming out of the gate. Granted, it was against the Lions. That was last year when they leaned on Montgomery. They fired off the blocks. Maybe they'll do that again, but it won't work as well against the Rams. But we'll see.
Well, they kept David Montgomery safe this preseason, and it would be typical Chicago to keep him safe in the first game of the regular season.
And he was hurt on that first play.
Yeah,
but he walked it off. Be you. Be shoe.
Let's get into these.
Let's get into these prop bets. We've had
you guys, you set the stage perfectly because I was gonna use this as my first example because you remember way back in May, right after the draft when we were feeling pretty good. That was the last time Vegas felt good about the Bears.
Exactly.
The May 5th, when a lot of the bets came out for the coming season.
Yeah,
they had the Bears listed as 4-1 to win the North. That was back in the good old days when we thought Fields was the starter. We were worried about. We didn't know if Aaron Rodgers was going to play. All of that stuff. Everything was pointing up.
Right.
As of yesterday, when I picked up the sheets, we're 8-1. That's just to win the division. We've fallen from we were 20-1 to win the NFC. Now we're 35-1. We were 40-1 to win the Super Bowl.
Oh boy.
Now we're 75-1. That's just all in the last.
That's just
2-3 months.
That's on preseason and scrimmages. They're looking at the head coach.
So they're looking at the decisions. They're looking at the decision to start. The red rifle. They're looking at. Now Rodgers is back in the fold. He's looking. So all those factors. I mean, probably the only people that might know. Football better than you guys are the sharps in Las Vegas, and there's a reason why, they do so well. These big giant casinos aren't built on the backs of the winners,
right.
So
and Angelo's built half of them.
Right.
But Brett, dealing with this and living out there. So let's just live in a alternate reality right now. Matt Nagy comes out tomorrow and says Justin Fields is my starting quarterback. Sunday Night Football versus the Rams. Shocks everybody. How do you think that would affect those lines?
Oh, unbelievably. I mean, it would move them a ton. it'd be interesting to see just how much, because it was interesting because as soon as Nagy made the announcement that Andy Dalton was starting, they basically pulled all the lines off the blocks. You couldn't even bet it because, that's, all the player props, they didn't know what was going to happen with Robinson. They didn't know what was going to happen with Montgomery. They didn't know how it was going to affect everything. For a long time there, I had trouble finding prop bets on the Bears just because of the uncertainty there. So, uncertainty is never a positive. And, it's reflecting the odds for the Bears.
Let me ask you this, Brett. I don't know if you happen to see Florida State versus Notre Dame on Sunday night.
Yeah, I didn't see it. All
right. So you missed one of the most amazing football moments I think I've been a witness of in the last 10 years with Mackenzie Milton coming on the football field when he's been out of football for 2 years or 3 years and was told by every doctor that he'll never play football again, had reconstructive surgery. I don't remember how many times. And his surgeon
crazy. It was like 10 or something.
10 times. And his surgeon is in the fucking stadium watching him because he's a medical miracle. A medical miracle, right? The reason why I bring up this moment, not only was it an amazing moment and everything about it stands for what I'm talking about, the whole Florida State team was energized.
Yeah, big time.
That says a lot about Notre Dame holding on to victory. I was telling that to Zorge, but at the same time, you could just feel the rise of every fucking guy on that whole roster. And that's coaching. That is Justin Fields. What Shayne is giving you, the whole Chicago Bears city, the fucking world is waiting for Justin, right? We're all waiting for Justin.
Something that we weren't used to. Like, wow, we got that motherfucker on our team. That's the guy that, goes to the other teams and we're like, wow, well, how come that never happens to us? Well, it actually happened.
Right.
And now the Bears are neutering that situation. And listen, when you take a 4th string, 5th string tight end in Jesper Horsted, and he's on a fucking press conference after the game of his life in the preseason versus the Titans. Was it 107 yards or whatever he ended with?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
And they asked him. He goes, that was the power of Justin Fields. If he's saying that, what do you think guys like Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks and Allen Robinson and David Montgomery are saying?
Right.
And Jason Peters and James Daniels and Cody. What do you think they're saying? I understand they're going to respect Andy Dalton. They're not going to dismiss him because these guys aren't like that. But they listen. We had Shane Matthews on here, and I asked him specifically, when did you know with Cade McDowell? He's like, it was fairly evident, like in the first few practices, his arm was not NFL caliber. So you're telling me that these fucking guys don't know right now that Justin Fields, they knew very quickly. And when your franchise you're neutering the entire team. It's so Chicago. I'll never understand. If you're 8-8, what the fuck is Andy Dalton going to do to you? Get you to 9-7?
Right. Yeah.
Great.
It makes Andy Dalton, the football player. I do. But it goes back to the beginning. Open competition. That breeds success. If Justin ain't ready, it was discovered when it didn't matter. That's what coaching is preparing the whole team so everybody's on the same fucking page and not having what Shayne's talking about, because that's what's going on. It's like having Brian Urlacher drafted and putting him at Sam linebacker. Oh, I forgot. We did do that. That's the Chicago fucking Bears. They don't understand personnel, football. We've got this guy. You're the GM. You're involved in this too. If this is about Matt Nagy worrying about his job, as some speculate, like I want to hold off, put him out there later. roll with Andy. Now I have this token piece, but it takes 4 years. We're at year 4. Hey, motherfucker. The only one you have out there in your offense since you've been here is Cody Whitehair. That's it. So all these other players, they got to wait another 4 years. So we're going to, okay, what year are you? Year 2? Okay, 2 more for you. What year? 3? 1 more for you. No, that's not how it works. It's up to you to teach and do what your players do right. Do what your players do well and fit that offense. John Harbaugh, say whatever it is you want. He understands Lamar is this. We do this because Lamar is this. I don't give a fuck about McSorley and his backup over there. I care about my starter. It's not hard, but we, as the Chicago Bears, have made a promise, but we didn't promise. But I told him, Andy, you're going to be our starter when we sign. So don't want a competition. Everybody's going to know. Everybody's going to see Justin's better. And I want to keep my job. If that's going on, the corporate fucking Bears is a disaster.
Phil, just one thing. I see this come up almost on a weekly basis in the chat room, and I want to address it. And I don't want to get into potential coaching candidates. Everybody knows my feelings. I think Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace are on a lot longer leash than anybody thinks, but everybody keeps on bringing up Eric Bieniemy as the next Bears head coach. It does not work that way. They're not going to dive back into the fucking Kansas City pool again. If for whatever reason they launch Matt Nagy, the Bears will never jump back into that Kansas City pool again. That's just not the way that it works. You go from a disciplinarian, then you go out and you hire Dick Duran, a player's coach, and then you're going to bring in a guy, Lovie Smith, and he's going to hold guys accountable, and then you go to Mark Trestman, the laid back offensive guy. That they're usually contrasting differences every time, and I'll guarantee you right now that if for whatever reason, if the Bears fired Matt Nagy at the end of the year, Eric Bieniemy will not be the Chicago Bears head coach. I'll bet a very large piece of money on that.
Yeah, I'm with you, Shane. It's interesting because I think if Matt Nagy truly thought this was a put up or shut up season, there's no way Justin Fields wouldn't be starting day one. There's no way. I mean, he knows he's got a leash.
Oh, 100%. And people, David Kaplan was on here and said the same exact thing. I mean, he knows, guys. This isn't a make or break season. Like, if they totally go off the rails and they win 2 games, and the locker room is just going crazy.
If they don't win 4 games, they're done. I'll put
like that. No, I'll
record this now.
I'm saying, but Phil, people are saying that the Bears got to get into the playoffs and win a game in the playoffs for Matt Nagy. No, they don't.
They don't. I agree with you. Bieniemy, I don't know. I want every fucking candidate interviewed, and I understand what you're saying. I think just more context or clarity. Shane, I'm speaking for you. You could correct me. But there would be pause, as Cool Kennedy would say, with Bieniemy coming from that tree. Bieniemy comes in and really shows you that he's the guy, then he's the guy.
No.
You don't worry about that.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't consider all options. I'm not saying that at all. That's absolutely. I could give. Listen, it's no different than scouting a player. You can't scout the helmet and say, oh,
exactly,
this hybrid safety from New Mexico State. Well, no, we can't go there. Exactly. No, that's not the way that it fucking works. But I'm telling you,
did that
the way that the Bears work. The Bears will not jump back into the Kansas City tree. I'll bet you any amount of money they will not.
Who's making those football decisions, though?
Exactly, Tony Medlin.
It ain't Ryan Pace. It's Ted Phillips, and all you blog boys can say otherwise. But right here on this network, we've said it every fucking time. Ted Phillips. All you got to do is go back and read Adam John's fucking Thriller piece where the plane's going down, and Ted Phillips and I are holding on, and we're so happy about Ryan Pace. No. That Ted Phillips is always there, and he is the biggest issue with the Chicago Bears above Nagy, upper management.
What makes it so frustrating is I mean, the Bears are a good team. They've got good players. The defense I'm excited
They have
about.
a ton of talent.
It's like
100%.
having a Ferrari with, Mr. Magoo driving. It's frustrating.
That's the perfect
But
example.
That's the thing with the Bears, and I brought this up 100 times on this show too, and I always point back to Darnell Mooney. I love Darnell Mooney. He's a great player. I'm excited about the guy, but the Bears and most Bears fans are treating this dude like he's Randy Moss.
Right.
And
I know.
Why? Why? I can remember when people were livid. Bernard Berrien got out of Chicago, and so I'm like, the guy never had 1,000-yard season in Chicago, but an offensive explosion from a player in Chicago is 800 to 900 yards and 4 or 5 touchdowns. We're like, fuck, we can't lose him. That's crazy. We can't get rid of that guy. Why not?
Meanwhile, we get rid of actual players like Jeff Graham, Greg Olson. We could go down the list. Like guys that show offensive explosion, we move on from them.
Yep.
Jordan Howard. All of it. Millhouse continues to frustrate us. Millhouse being Ted Phillips. That's what we call him here. If you can't see the identical way of the way they look, it writes itself. Anyway, let's get into some more of these props.
Let's talk
bets.
some props. Yeah, let's get positive as much as we can. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, Vegas is not real high on the Bears, but there's some interesting player props. I was able to pull some player props finally. They started putting up some of the numbers. Now, these are from different casinos. I actually had to look a little bit online through like DraftKings and sites like that, and certain casinos offer different bets. So I kind of did an amalgam from several different casinos. But let's talk some players. The one thing I'll say is you're not going to get much in the way of the quarterbacks because, with Justin Fields, the uncertainty there, Andy Dalton, the uncertainty there. I will say this, though. One casino had Andy Dalton at plus 20,000 to win the NFL MVP. So if you bet $100, you'll win $20,000. So if you're a Red Ryder fan.
If we cash in on that, Phil and I are going to the Claudio the barber to get haircuts. Us and our kids.
Frankly, though, I think you get more use out of your 100 if you use it as toilet paper.
Right.
Oh my God.
But let's start. I tell you, let's start with somebody positive, somebody I know that gets us all excited for the right reasons. David Montgomery. They've got his over/under total for yards for the season at 1,070.
Total yards?
Total yards
no, just
from
rushing
scrimmage?
yards. I'm sorry.
Just
rushing.
Yards. No,
Okay.
not
I say, whoa, I'm
receiving.
going over big on that.
No, just
but
strictly rushing.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. He actually had 1,070 last year. His over/under total this year is 1,000.5. So a little less than it was last year.
Oh,
I'm saying over. I'm going over. I will allow Claudio and others to play, but I don't want to ruin this.
Yeah, somebody behind the scenes write these down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to write them down for posterity here.
No,
so,
one of you, who's going to take the job on? Caden, Jackal. Jackal's a note taker. So, Jackal, you're writing them down.
Like, fuck, I hope they don't pick me.
Of course. Jackal's writing these down. I say over 1,070 yards. Is the
actually just 1,000.5.
1,000.5.
Oh, my. Over.
Yeah, I
over.
agree.
Claudio, thumbs up. He's over. Jackal, you are thumbs up. He's over. Cherie, thumbs up. She's over. And Caden Whitlow.
Cherie also heading to Vegas next week.
Vegas.
Hey.
Yeah.
Going to Vegas.
She's on the prowl.
Hey,
she
Cherie.
said.
Did you have something to say to that?
It's hard to be on the prowl too much when everybody's wearing a mask, you know. But
yeah.
It's not going to stop her.
Poor Cherie.
So it sounds like the consensus is over for David Montgomery.
Everybody's over.
Yeah.
You're over
definitely.
too? playing in the chat room. If you're
Is
playing,
there anybody that's
Steph-
taking? I haven't seen an under yet in the
Steph
chat, have I?
Royland. Bullets is over. Zach Sullivan is talking about Nagy still. We're way past that, Zach. Catch up. All right, put yours in there so it's logged and documented. There we go.
That's a great point by George Holdcroft. I mean, it's
What did he
17.
say?
You're getting an extra game this year. You're getting that 17th
Exactly.
game. So
That you better get
that's easy money to me.
Adeptus is the only guy I've seen betting the under. Micah
If he-
Brooks is betting
If he
the
stays
under.
healthy, I'm with you. I think it's easy money.
Yeah, it's all health.
It's all these bets are always on health, you know.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, if he's out for the year, I mean, I'm not going to even say it because I don't want to put bad mojo out there. But if something happens the first game, Vegas doesn't refund your money and say, that was tough luck. You know?
That's the end.
How about
What's
touchdowns?
What was the odds on? So if I put $100 real quick on that bet,
basically even. I mean, there's a few
you
little
win,
tweaks here.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
win
If you
what
bet,
you bet.
if you bet
on a prop.
100, you'll get 200. Basically,
Oh, okay.
There are some tweaks depending on how the money's being laid. It might be plus 150 or minus 150, but for the purposes of this exercise, let's just pretend it's even money. That makes it a little simpler. What about touchdowns? They've got David Montgomery over under touchdowns, rushing touchdowns only 7.5.
I'll say under.
He had 8 last year.
Yeah, I'm going to go under just because I know Matt Nagy, and I think that you're going to see David Montgomery do a lot of work, and then Damian get in there and get some of these cheap touchdowns. I'm going to go under. I would go under.
I'm going over here. I think Matt Nagy, or I pray that Bill Lazor's like, Matt, this guy has a nose for the end zone. I'm going over. Going over. I think he's going to get 10 tutties. 10 tutties.
The chat is over and under.
Yeah,
Almost.
it's a split in the chat. Let's, guys.
You know,
Chris Jackal under. Claudio under. Cherie over. And Caden's fixing his hair, and now he's going under. There you go.
Brett, what was yours?
I was going to say I was leaning over until you said what you said, Shane.
Oh,
I think
you're letting the smartest man.
Well, you know, if anybody could screw this up, it'd be Nagy. Because I could see him, and I could see him if he ever did do a package with Justin Fields, it'd be like they used the guy in New Orleans. They'd put him down there on the 5 and and have him run it in. So I mean, I can certainly see that. So I'm going to say under. I'm going to say under too. All right, moving on to Allen Robinson. Over under receiving yards for the season, 1,150.5.
1,150.
He had 1,250 last year.
0.5. I'm gonna say
I'm going under.
I'm going under as well here.
I just my reasoning is I think you're going to see growth from Komet. I think you're going to see Damian Williams be a part of this offense, right, wrong, or indifferent, where they're going to be throwing him a lot of balls. You're going to see growth from Komet. I think you're going to see growth from Mooney if he's healthy.
Yeah.
And I can't, guys, you cannot undersell the speed that these guys have brought in on the outside. And it's legit. Those guys are going to poach some yards from Allen Robinson. I really feel confident in that pick, so I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go under too. And can't you envision a situation with this coaching staff? Let's say it's a lost season. We're about 2/3 the way through the season, where Nagy almost marginalizes Robinson. Features on. Let's see what other guys can do. Let's get it in their hands and see what we'll deal with Robinson after the season.
Justin Fields doesn't even know what it's like to throw to him. The whole training camp.
A whole training camp. Well, they threw on jog. They just threw in practice, whatever he calls. He has a nickname for, I can't remember what his walkthrough is. He doesn't call it walkthrough. He calls it 10 and 10 or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
He's talking about his captains. They got 10 of them.
Yeah, and where did I see it? Somebody talked about if he gets nicked up with free agency coming up, and I think that's going to be part of this too with Allen Robinson. He's looking for. He's looking for
relevant
that.
here. What is this?
You played a lot of quarterbacks in your lifetime, man. What makes Justin Fields so special? I say where he's at right now in his career. Like, to be this young, you know, having played a real NFL game, how smart he is.
That's Eddie Jackson talking about Justin Fields.
But he can't play for us. Not yet.
Not yet. You wait till you see him. It's like having a
the
tag
Bears making
sale.
a dumbass decision at quarterback, Brett. What are the odds on that?
I think it's even money.
Yeah. No, that was Eddie Jackson, not Muhsin Mohammed Salim Hamani. I hope I said it right.
I think I actually might bet money on Robinson and the under. You know, most of the
going
Sharps.
under.
Yeah, most of the Sharps.
Dude. Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
The argument I always hear is that, hey, Robinson, look what he did with Bortles. Look what he did with Trubisky. Now he's got some real quarterbacks. Well, part of the issue was Bortles and Trubisky. Robinson was their security blanket. You know, how many times do we see Trubisky, where Robinson was double covered and would make a great contested catch? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him, but hopefully, with Fields and Dalton, they'll be throwing to the open guy,
Let's throw curls. That's another reason why.
Let's not forget, too, you're going to see that all signs are pointing to him moving to the slot.
Yeah.
Allen
that might be
that might
outside. Push the bet over. If he plays in the slot, I think he will get a lot more action.
I think you're going to see a lot of growth from Komet. I really do.
You also got to look at the speed, as Shayne's saying. So you're going to have those big plays, hopefully, that are nice down the field. Goodwin, Bird, and now they signed Perriman.
Right.
All of them speed guys. Clearly.
Bert.
I was going to call him Brett. What's his first name again?
Well, there was a Brett Perriman.
That was
that's his dad.
Brashad.
That's his dad.
Brashad, yeah.
Brashad, thank you. Brashad.
4-2 speed, but that
Imagine,
goes back to what I talked
speed.
about. Marquise Goodwin, Perriman, and Bird, along with Mooney. You got some fucking scoots out there, and the Bears don't normally have that.
All right, how about I'm gonna give you guys this one, and then I got to log off for like 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back. But I'll give you guys this to digest. Robinson's touchdowns, over under 6.5, and I'll be right back.
I'm saying over 6.5. Over 6.5. Before you answer, I need to address the panel on Robinson's numbers there. Claudio, he's over the 1,000.
No.
Jackal is down under
they're doing the 1,000. Oh, they're doing the yards.
Yeah, we didn't get their votes.
Okay.
So Cherie's with you. No, she's over the 1,000. No, under. She's changed her mind.
Cherie's gonna go over or
like her
under,
dating life
whatever
right
one
now.
works out. Pick them both. It's actually smart, Cherie. It's a good way to go.
Thumbs down, thumbs up. She's too busy swiping left.
It evens you out. It gives you a 50-50 shot. You know what threw her off? Somebody brought up Blake Bortles. It threw her all off.
Jackal, you are under, correct? Cherie is under.
This way, Jack.
No, he was answering
I
me.
know.
Claudio's over, though. Caden Whitlow over with Claudio. So Claudio and Caden were the only ones that are over that mark for Mr. Justin. Mr. Allen Robinson.
How many touchdowns did Robinson have last year?
I thought he had 9, but I need verification there.
Yeah, I think that's what Sanchez said.
Somebody check how many touchdowns did Allen Robinson obtain last year? There they are, the corporate Bears. I love it. Cool Kennedy making a graphic, sending it over. Corporate Bears, we're going to be calling them.
6.
He had 6 touchdowns last year.
So they're
102 receptions, 1,250 yards, 6 touchdowns.
102 catches.
But what I think people are forgetting, there's an extra game this year.
I know.
So,
but that's also an extra game for a lot of other guys to do damage too.
True.
You have to look at it that way.
All right.
You are in the above, so you're actually.
That's why I'm going over. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going under. I'm going under again.
Still staying under.
Yep.
What was Brett's over under on his touchdowns?
I think it was 7.5.
6.5.
6.
Oh, was it 6.5?
Yeah.
6.5.
Okay.
So you're betting on 7, Claudio, or
Oh, yeah, I'm
above
gonna go
7?
over. Yeah, I'm gonna go over.
Chris Jackal is betting over. Cherie is betting over. Caden Whitlow is betting over, and Brett Maly's back, Claudio. So I'm gonna go being in the slot. I'm gonna say that this guy's gonna get more than 7 touchdowns. So I'm gonna go. I think he's gonna get
more
9.
than 6.5.
Well, he's gonna get more than 7, so I'm going 9. Just to put it on the record. Again, health is always the key in this. So you said he was gonna have.
I just
9.
think they have more weapons, and when I talked about his yards suffering because of it, I think this will also.
Gary's
so I'm
under.
I'm going under.
Bear Truth 9 is over. He gets 8. Alan Hardesty, the second, over. Manny Torres just got off work. I don't know what the prop bet is on that, but Salam, or is it
Big plays are nice. They're good. We need more of those.
the prop on pronunciation?
He's
Rashawn
related to
Salim?
Jerome, I think.
Salam or
it's Salim, isn't it?
Isn't it Salim?
I think so, Phil.
Who's right, Salim or Salim? Salim.
Shayne's
or Maly?
right. It's Salim. It's got to be
Let's
Salim.
see what
Sounds right.
That's the prop bet. Do you want to pick a side? You're going with Shayne or me? Hurry up before he answers.
Sulim. All right. I think he's
So we're
pronouncing
both
his own
wrong.
name wrong. Let's just ban him from the show.
Oh, he says Shayne's right. So
Yeah.
you win again,
Good.
Shayne. So you're right. He was wrong. So that means I win. Go ahead, Brett. So where are you on this,
So-
Brett?
Yeah, I'm going to say, even though I said under on the yards, I think I'm going to say over on the touchdowns, just because hopefully we got 2 quarterbacks that can throw a jump ball. How many times do we see jump balls going out of bounds and stuff? And then in the slot, like you say, if he's in the slot, and Nagy discovers the slant game.
You're not afraid of the
We'll
fade
see.
pass to Marquise Goodwin in the back of the end zone at 5'8".
Hold up. Gabe, what was his name? Gabriel. What was his first name?
Taylor Gabriel.
Taylor
yeah.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Let's throw a fade to Taylor at the 6-yard line. Empty
You're
set.
bringing back painful memories.
Throw a fade to Taylor Gabriel. Oh my own.
Uh,
Maggie Magoo.
all right.
I like that.
Speaking of speed, how about Darnell Mooney? Let's move over to him. They've got the over under for him on yards receiving set at 700.5.
And I got to go over there. I think he's going to see a jump.
Does
What
the
did he?
back
What did
injury
he have
concern-
last year?
631.
Oh, he's going over.
I'm going over for Darnell.
I
he's
believe
got
Darnell's-
so much big put. Man, you go out and you pop off a 85-yard touchdown in one play, and I
Yeah.
mean he's got that
You're
ability.
almost there.
You're cutting into that. That's a big chunk right there in one play. He's got that type of ability, and I think you see him. I think this is one of the guys that eats into Allen Robinson's production. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over.
I'm going over with Shayne. Marsaw.
Don't even pull Claudio. You know where the fuck he's going.
Oh, God, Claudio might. Do you
He's
need some
snorting
tissues
coke
back
off his
there,
keyboard right now. He's so happy.
Claudio, you okay back there? Yes.
So you think this year will be the year we finally get some yak from our receivers? Yards
hope.
after catch?
We haven't seen
I
it
got tired
since
of our
Eric
guys,
Kramer.
falling down and trying to catch balls, just out of their reach from previous QBs.
Chicago Bears post up offense. That's your curls.
Yeah.
Curl. Claudio, are you over? Yes. Cherie. Over. Jackal with the double thumbs. He's over. And Caden Whitlow.
That's never a good sign when everybody
Hopefully
agrees.
Jackal's writing all of that down. He has. Look at this guy. He's got his notes. Curls.
Did anybody go under in the chat?
Nobody
I
I've seen
haven't
that's
seen
going
any.
under.
Oh, J Rock did. He went under.
J Rock is going under. J Rock. Mooney 900 yards by Cam Beige.
Wow.
There you go. Okay. How many touchdowns on him?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
we
over
not
on
doing
Mooney
that
too.
bet?
Yeah.
You're
We're doing
over?
touchdowns too. Yeah, I'm over. I mean, it won't take much improvement from Mooney and the quarterbacks to get him up over 700. So yeah, I'm with Mooney over. And then touchdowns over under 4. Receiving touchdowns. He had 4 last year.
I'm going over again. I think he at least gets 5 or 6 touchdowns. I know he's going to get 1 on opening night if he plays.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over.
It's a nugget.
I'm gonna go over. Just
Shayne's over.
Too much.
Claudio's
potential.
over. Claudio's first out to get Jackal with the thumbs down, going under. Look at this. Cherie's thinking. She's in deep thought. Nope, she's hitting the red button like the voice. Her chair has turned around. Thumb is up, and Caden Whitlow over. Gary Williams, he's got hope in Nagy. He's going over. HL is under. What's a push? A push. If he gets 4, then it's a no win. The house keeps
Yeah, that's
the
a
money.
little odd. Usually they do like a half.
Right.
But no, you get your money back minus their what the VIG or whatever they call it, their little take.
They get like 12%.
Yeah. Each casino is a little bit different.
They're
Yeah,
taking
like a transaction fee.
Yeah, they give you a
Brett,
transaction.
are you rocking a White Sox and a Chicago Cubs paraphernalia back there behind you? You trying to set this
I
place
am.
on fire?
I
Where's your Chicago Cardinals?
I moved away from Chicago before I could generate angst on one side or the other. So really, I cheered for the Sox when they were doing great in the 90s. I've cheered for the Cubs, but the Cubs are really my team, for better or worse. But I'm not anti-Sox, and really any Blackhawks, Bulls, anything Chicago, I'm behind. So
there you go. All
There
right,
you
just
go.
making sure, because there's probably going to be people coming after you in those YouTube comments tomorrow.
But I don't have them hitting next to each other. I got them on opposite sides of the room. So.
Yes, you separated them like a true champion.
All right, here's this one I think will be interesting. They actually are taking bets on Cole Kmet. Over under receiving yards 500.5.
And he was at what, 200 and something last year?
He only had 243 last year.
500.5. The tight end position since Ditka.
I'm going
has been
over.
Greg Olson. Shayne is going over.
And it was 500 and what?
500.5, just in case.
Yeah, I'm going over.
550 yards. Cole Kmet, 550 yards. Oh my God. Chris Jackal goes above. He's going with Shayne.
Yep.
Cherie is going down. That sounds great. For those of you. Oh my God, my head is blown. Chris
Twist invention here.
You can't make this up. Claudio is going up. He's going up. He believes in Cole Kmet. He's going with the over. Caden is still thinking like me, but now he's going over. I'm going under. I just don't know with all of these fucking tight ends that Matt Nagy, he told us one week that he's going to make sure Cole Kmet is the identity. We're going to identify him. And then it never even happened. He didn't even get one target.
That's fun to talk about, though, right? You put it out in the media. Everybody's going to fall for it.
It was a trick. I'm going under, Brett.
Everybody's
Jackal,
making
I'm
fun of
going
you in the
under.
chat, Phil, because it's 500.5, and you're like, all right, so it's just got to get 550.
500.
0.5. So if he gets
just has to get-
501,
So 501.
then he beats it.
I'm sorry.
He's
Yes.
a big dumb animal, folks, but we love him anyway.
I
Anyways.
apologize for that.
Geography and math.
Math is
his
not my
strong
strong suit. Okay, 501. I'm still going the under. There you go. I think he'll
I'm
get
going under
4.
too.
Me and you.
Yeah, I mean, there's just there's too many cooks in the kitchen at the tight end spot. I could see Jimmy Graham getting about this 200, 300, 400 yards. Komet maybe getting 400 yards. JP in there. I mean,
Actually, Cars has been all over it. The kid from Baltimore that just signed the extension, Mark Andrews.
Yes.
Let me look up.
How many yards he got? You can't
Yeah,
forget, as Cherie is stealing my brain, Jesse James.
So as a rookie, Mark Andrews was 34 for 552 and 3 touchdowns. Year 2, he went 64 to 852. So this is the projection. No, I don't. That's a lot. I mean, you're talking 800-900 yards, but
that would be with a good play caller running an offense that's predicated attacking inside those hashes, get in the numbers, and then get the big play. We're gonna have fucking JP Holtz running a deep curl. I'm just telling you. I don't believe in this. There's too many tight ends for me, especially when JP and I think Cherie. I think Jesse James is gonna have a lot to say about this offense, and we'll see. Maybe they don't even use Jesse James. I liked what I saw from Jesse laying out, catching a ball, coming over the middle, catching a ball, running down the seam, catching a ball. Jasper Horsted will be inactive come Sunday night. This is the game. This is the stupidity of this level.
He's probably not even going to be on the roster when these guys start to come back. I mean,
really?
Mario Edwards is going to be coming back in week 3. Trevathan can come back. What is it, like week 4 on the short term or after week 4? So he's going to be one of the guys.
Instead of cutting JP Holtz, that shouldn't be on
those
the
are going to
roster.
be the guys like JP Holtz and Jesper. Those are going to be the guys that they're choosing from to sit down.
They did, for the record, remove one of the guys that I said shouldn't be on the team, and Josh Woods, but they brought him to the practice squad.
And that's they're doing that. I actually like the move that they just made, the 2 moves they made on the practice squad and Damian Square and Marcus Hunt. Because
Marcus Hunt is so big. He's so tall. He always.
But why not double up on a super important position on the defensive line? And I mean, if you get these savvy vets in here, I was looking for a guy like Damian Square for the Bears in the draft a few years ago, just to clog up some space. And to me, I thought that was a smart signing.
Newport 100 told y'all you should go on your own. Remember that, Shayne?
We did last year. Welcome to the show. Where you been all year, bro?
Maybe the comment of the night. Welcome back.
Holy shit, you guys are on your own.
We love you. We love you.
Belated happy birthday, by the way, too. One year.
Oh, 1 year.
Yeah. 1 year
That's
we were
awesome.
official, but it was actually 1 year ago yesterday was our first official show that Trent Shelton decided to throw into the fire pit and nuke for us. But
they deleted that show. We've never seen it.
We have access to it. I'm gonna have to
we can
cut that section
chop that section off, re-upload it. We should have a watch party on the bye week and go back and watch it together with the fans.
Only with the patrons.
Only with the motherfucking patrons, Newport 100. I love you too.
This is where you put that banner up at the bottom of the screen, guys. Production crew. Look at Jackal.
Claudio's working on it. Look at him. He's fucking working so hard.
Claudio's tried to figure out where Caden got that chicken burger that he was mowing down 20 minutes ago.
Dude, I miss those days, Brett, when you were in college and you had that fucking meal card and it was like the best feeling. You just went like, swipe. You had that.
I thought I had one of those, but mine said Discover on it, and I spent $1,500 at Taco Bell when I lost a bet.
Oh my god, remember that?
I remember you telling that story. Your dad had some words for you, didn't he?
Yeah, he was not impressed.
Logan's back, 263. Shayne,
he's back.
What identity is he using in the CIA?
I don't know. I'm not even sure. Is that really Logan?
Logan. I just love our fans, man. The show is completely designed
by Shayne and I talking every day. I know we say this all the time, but it truly is about how do we do a show with passion, truth, and everything we stand for, as well as include fans. That is the utter, I'm giving away the recipe. You think this is easy? I have no fucking script, no idea what the fuck we're talking about tonight. Every one of these guys can come and tell you. Everybody wants to have a podcast. I'll tell you, it's not easy. I love Sean Dudley. I love you too, bro.
That show you guys did last week with Kramer.
Come on,
Kramer.
Man, what was
that
that, Brett? Seriously.
That was unbelievable. I mean, I'm getting misty just thinking about it. I mean,
that was so powerful.
Incredibly powerful.
If I was to read Eric's, I can't read it, his email response to me, I won't be able to read it and get through it. But
yeah, it was.
I will just say this. He was like, I went on a lot of shows. Short version. But you are 100% right. What you have there with you, Shayne, Cars, and all the people that involved, it's family. I felt so comfortable. And it was the best show I've been on. And that right there is why we're going to bring Eric Kramer back to talk about these Bears and the quarterback and his life. It was completely and utterly an emotional night on all levels, from Eric's story to the Zorich and becoming a part of TTNL. I mean, that in itself was the huge news. And then Eric Kramer just turned the whole story, and then RILEYSTRONG video sent out. Now, I'm just saying this right in front of Shayne because there is no script. Chris Jackal could go fuck himself and never tell me what to do. No, you don't. I do. If a lot of people were emotionally upset that they weren't in the video, I wasn't going to go in front of Shayne. I wanted to surprise him. But if you want to send me the video, I will make another video if that's what you want. Instead of embedding DMs to Shayne. If you want to show some love, this is what it's about. Send it to me. I'll make sure in a later show we do another one. There's nothing wrong with that. I wasn't going to tell the story, Jackal. Talking to the fans of people that were a little upset that they wanted to know. But if you're surprising somebody, like, hey guys, while Shayne's in the bathroom. No. So, Shayne, I know you shared real quick, since Brett has brought up Eric Kramer, and last week's show was probably my favorite ever. Watching it again, it's a 4.5 show. I cried. Emotion, real tears, real strength. RILEYSTRONG, SPENCERSTRONG, fuck cancer. I'm on day 32 doing 100 push-ups every day. I'm asking people to join me. I don't care if you start tomorrow. Keep track. Do it. I have Riley in my head every fucking time I attack those 100. I attack him, keeping it 100 push-ups. Anyway, Shayne, I'm so glad we were able to send that to you. I know you shared it with your family. The emotions were real. And
yeah, they shared it around. Obviously, Riley's not in school because it's not safe for him. Listen, this isn't a political statement. I'm not trying to make one. It's just health-wise, it's not the right decision for him to be there.
Right.
And he's, his health is my number one priority. But they shout out to his teacher. Riley's in 5th grade. Steve Honeywell's actually a new subscriber to this network.
Steve.
He watched it and he got emotional. He's known my family for quite a few years now, and he shared it around the school, and it's been amazing the support that Riley's got, that we've received. And this isn't the shout out portion of the show, but I mean even from the Hundo crew, from the 100 crew, everybody here, just all over the world. It's amazing. It seems like we come home almost every day and there's something here for my son, and the the little things matter. It's not, it's not the present so much. He gets excited to go to the mailbox and see his name on something. You know what I mean? And he's like, wow, this is awesome. And it's, those little bits of positivity and confidence help him in his fight. He had a real tough weekend this past weekend where he got, started to get sick. And that was part of the, it was expected. We knew that it was going to be right in that time frame. Another big thing, he started to lose his hair yesterday. But like I said, don't be sad. His reaction was, hey, hair grows back. He's 10 years old. So if he's that resilient, then there's no reason that everybody else can't be that resilient right behind him and support him. So I put in my Facebook post that I'm not looking for sorrow and sadness, because that's not going to help me. It's not going to help my son. I understand. My son's got cancer. It's a sad story. It's a sad situation, but my son's not alone. There's, millions of children out there, one right here that we love near and dear, and Spencer Cox. And, Riley's got a light at the end of his tunnel with all of this. Some kids don't. And when this is over for Riley, when we beat this, the fight doesn't stop. I mean, there's kids out there with a whole different outlook, and that's going to be a part of this network every day moving forward, and you can count on that from me.
Awesome. So well said.
They stopped taking bets on it here in Vegas because I think they realized it just wasn't a fair fight.
Actually,
no point.
That was a great line, by the way.
And all the way over in Czech Republic, they watched. Riley's grandparents watched over there, and I'm not gonna lie, the biggest star that came out of that video was Brett, because Eli's father is a huge Pawn Stars fan. He's like, I know that guy from watching on TV.
Awesome.
So he was all excited. So man, it's like I said,
you're making me hungry for kolaches.
Yeah, it's a big world, but at the end of the day, it's a real small world. When we all have the same cause, and it's been awesome. So I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, we can't thank you all enough. I talked to Cherie earlier today, and I just wanted to mention it because I don't want anybody to ever feel left out. If you want to do that, and I'll make sure. I just don't want you sending them to Shayne, and that's harder. Let's do this if you want. I just don't want anybody's feelings. And I also wanted to double down on what an amazing show and how connected we all are together on this network, through the fans, through all of you and everything you guys do. It shouldn't go unnoticed how amazing you fans are. And really, as we take on this season, Shayne, has a lot going on, but his therapy is here, unfortunately, with the Bears that are probably going to be bloodying us, but we hope not.
This is too, Phil. You saw it up close and personal last night. I had a couple of free minutes, and I was feeding my 3-month-old daughter, and Phil was in full-blown meltdown mode, and I had my phone, and he's like, we had some behind-the-scenes issues with the network, and Riley's like, Daddy, who's texting you? And I said, it's Phil, and he's in full-blown meltdown mode. I'm like, watch this. I said, my phone's going to ring in 10, 9. And I went beyond the 10 seconds, but it was like an extra 5 seconds. So if I started with 15, I would have got it, and Phil called. But that's the thing. We have a lot going on, but we're still thinking about you guys, and still, trying to put out the best product ever, because it is a release for me. This lets me escape reality for a couple of hours, and it's therapeutic. So like I said,
hit that like button. I don't know why some jackass will hit a thumbs down before the show even starts.
We got it. We got our first one there tonight.
Okay. Yeah. So you do the opposite. Do me that favor. You love Shayne, you love the show, you love Brett Maly, or maybe your favorite person on the show is Claudio. Hit that like button for Claudio. Hit it for Jackal. There you go. That's all hit the like, subscribe, share it. As Chris says, be a friend, tell a friend. Let's tell a friend about the next prop bet, unless you wanted to say something.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, you guys are the best in the business. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean,
thank you, man.
I will I will rewatch your shows. I mean, even if it's old news, I'll rewatch them. I'll rewatch that Eric Kramer one at least 2 or 3 more times. I mean, that's one that I think people should watch that multiple times because it puts everything in perspective. It puts the Bears in perspective, the season, and family, petty issues, things like that.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
I'd equate it to watching, It's a Wonderful Life at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Angelo agrees with you. That's a great line. Again, you're getting some great analogies tonight. Tonight is your night of analogy. You're beating the analogy king, me or Adam Rank. So you're knocking me out. Great job.
I'm in good company. Thank you.
The Mr. Magoo Ferrari.
Phil's got analogies, just not geography or math. But
I can come up with make up an analogy like this. Just to make my players.
He told
laugh,
us pregame. He's like, guys, I'm moving south. Seattle, here I come. He told us pre-shot.
That is totally not true. I did make a funny joke.
Now, does he know upstate and downstate now? Is he?
No,
because I remember. No, okay.
He is upstate New York. I was talking Washington State is upstate. California. That's all I was doing. It's still
because if
right.
you're looking at the map of the United States, it's kind of up and to the left, but, and it is a state, so I guess it just works out perfectly.
I said I'm moving south to North Carolina, and I thought that was funny. I'm bringing it to my stand-up act.
Better let Ryan Cox know. He just bought a new house there. He might want his buffer zone from the O's.
No, I think I could live in his neighborhood. That would be phenomenal. Anyway, I miss
Chris
Stanlin and Heather. Yes, let's go some more.
You guys want to switch to defense? Do a defensive prop?
Sure.
Yes.
They're taking bets on.
Real quick, 1 second.
Yeah.
Is there a prop bet for Justin Fields starting? Is there one in there?
There was, but I don't remember what it was. It was like a month or so ago before they announced it. As soon as they announced it, who was going to be the starting quarterback. Once, So I don't remember.
I thought maybe
what that
they would
was.
play that game of like, what week will we see Justin Fields prop bet? That would be.
Yeah, I don't think they have that.
Do you want to play?
Would he start to?
Let's play our own game real quick. I think it's important. Shayne. Sure. We'll lead off with you, Shayne, real quick, and then we'll go to the defense. Finally, Chris Jackal likes something I've said tonight, so here we go.
I agree. I'm going to stick with my boys, with my boy Cars on this. And I saw people in the chat. Cars is visiting family out in California. I won't say where because I know everybody loves him too much, and they won't give him his peace and quiet out there. He's got a lot of fans, but I'm sticking with. I think it's going to be. I'm not buying into the Week 15 bullshit that was out there tonight. There's no way. I think it's a situation where you see him Week 4. I really do. I just think he's too good. I think the players know it. I don't want to give away my prediction for tonight or Sunday night's game, but Clubber Lang put it best in Rocky 3 when he looked at the camera and said something.
I will play that later.
Yeah,
please, but don't give it away.
I just think that he's going to be. You hear Ryan Pace talk about that beacon of light, and
what
they have him there, and he's going to be. They're not going to let this season spiral because of the quarterback position when they have the kid that they believe in there that can ignite the fan base.
Shayne goes Week 4, Detroit. A lot of people in the chat are agreeing with that prediction. Even HL said you could book it. You could book it. Week 4. Steve Tabin, my boy, Stephen Tabin in Hawaii is saying it. What about you, Brett? Are you there with Shayne? Week 4?
My concern, it all comes back to Nagy. I mean, my concern is Dalton plays just well enough to stay in. Yeah, I could see Nagy, Week 4 saying, "Well, it's not. This is a team game. It's not all the quarterback.
Brett's got the Dalton and Justin Fields jersey. Just got to pick out which one he's going to wear.
Yeah,
important both camps.
I mean, I'm hoping Dalton comes out and just sets the world on fire. I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, we all hope that. But
I'm cheering for Dalton.
But
I don't want him to fail. Yeah. These people that are like Danny Parkins is out there rooting against the Bears openly to lose just so Justin Fields.
dumbest
nonsense.
tweets tonight, that would have led off
Yeah,
for me.
would have
That-
won.
Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Get him on the show because I want to bury him for that. That's not how you approach anything. It's just absolutely absurd. Anyway.
So yeah, I mean,
where's
that's my
your
one
place?
concern that they tread water. They're about third, fourth, fifth, sixth week. They're in the 500 range, and Dalton's playing just well enough to keep the team afloat, and Nagy keeps it that way. But I would say if I were a betting man, and I'm a betting man, I'll say who are they playing in week 6? Let's say I think they're going to give them a longer leash.
I have no idea the schedule, but we do have Claudio not doing shit. He's not. Here he is. Just shaking. He won't even
I have
look.
no idea. Week 6, don't know. But Fields will be in. I agree.
Jackals
when is
no help. Jackals no
when is
help
their bye
either.
week? When is their? I mean, that's another
Their
one of those
bye
things
week
where they
is
can say,
smack in
let's
the
use the
middle,
bye
yeah.
It's
week.
right smack in the middle. Week 6 is Packers week.
All
I'll
right.
be at that game.
No.
So will Cherie.
I'll say
You're
it's the
saying-
week after the bye week. That's my bet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
That's
saying
so Nagy. He'd want to have the bye week to come up with his trick plays.
Yeah.
Claudio, what week?
4.
He's with Shayne, week 4. Cherie, what week?
For our sake, 6.
6, Packers week.
That'd be
Jackal.
Week 4, but he's going to play week 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're throwing a screwball.
I think he's going to get a
We'll
little
see
burn.
him.
I think Nagy's trying to show he's got a little, got some
burn?
smarts,
Jackal don't do shit.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every
Lord Claude.
Week, our bye week is week 10, and then we come back and play the Ravens right after. Thank you, Adeptus. Do you want a job producing? Let me know. Reach out to me. Caden Whitlow, where is he playing?
I'll
sir?
go week 3.
Week 3.
I thought he said week 33. I'm like, that's a new one. That's a new one.
Next year.
One guy said week 1, 2022. I saw that in the chat right here.
God.
Logan Frost also said it, but someone said it before him.
Actually, if you think about it, week 1, 2002, that could only mean good things. I mean,
Yeah.
Dalton lighting it up and the team winning, and
There you
Right.
so
go.
maybe that'd be for the best.
I'm going week 3. I just think they're going to feel the pressure of this whole thing. Again, I'm leading you into my bold predictions tonight, but we will be making them after the defensive prop bets. But I'm just saying, I think week 3, we're going to see Justin Fields out onto the football field.
Don't forget last year in week 3 in Atlanta,
he
Mitch threw the pick, which it was awful. Everybody saw it. But I think it's going to be that type of situation where they feel like, hey, we can either make the fucking move now and try to ignite this team for the rest of the season moving forward, or we can just keep on spinning our fucking wheels and pray for a 7-win, 8-win season.
Now, Brett, I need you to be a judge here. Since
All right.
Jackal said he's going to play week 1, but he's calling 4, he's double betting this. So I need your ruling. Is his bet week 1 because we're going to see him?
No. We were betting starts. We were betting starts.
Thank you. That's the that's why you're here.
That was
Brett.
Jack was trying to do the Cherie over and under play from earlier, so she was hedging her bet. I'm taking both.
If we only would put Chris Jackal's
Vegas
fingers
is so
up
dumb. She cracked the code. That's why we brought her on.
Oh my god, I love it.
She also bets every horse in the horse race.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's always a winner.
Remember the sport highlight? Do you remember highlight?
I get that confused with lacrosse.
Highlight is they had the wall, so they're
Yeah.
all in
Okay.
this entrenched thing, and they're throwing the ball on the wall. They used to bet on that shit, and you'd have to get it. I forget all these betting terms, but if you got it in order, what is that? Like in a horse race, same style. If you
Like
got
what,
it in the order of finish,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you got
like
it in the
trifecta.
exacta,
Trifecta.
yeah,
Yeah.
all that shit. So one time I just fucking picked anything and I won a trifecta. And I was like, holy shit, I won 700.
That pays pretty big.
Yeah, it was like $780 on a $3 bet. So it was crazy. And
You know your highlight.
I bet.
Yeah.
So I bought the Sony PlayStation 1 with that winning.
Is that right?
I invested in that. There you go. Let's go on to the defensive side.
All right.
For these
Let's do
prop
it.
bets.
Well, there's really only one, but it's a big one. And it's Khalil Mack over under 9.5 sacks.
Over.
He had 9.
Over.
It's an easy one. I'll say over 2.
There you go. Claudio, the barber. Let's bring him in this time. He isn't doing shit.
Oh, yeah.
other than- There he is. He's going over.
Over all day.
Look at you. All day he's throwing in there.
Nice
I love
hat,
that.
by the way, Claude.
You like
Claude.
that?
That's the only reason why I brought him in.
Just-
I mean, he's
just
really swagging it
Simple
up.
for you, Phil. Simple.
Nice hat.
I
Next
do like
thing
that
up, we're
hat.
gonna get you a clear camera so we can see the words.
Phil's
on it.
fucking laptop sucks. What do you want? Phil's laptop sucks.
He's got a new Chromebook. It's gonna work. Let's try the Chromebook next week. Cherie.
Over.
Sack. Yes. Jackal.
Over and fuck Greg Bags.
We got a guy named Chris Jackal on the phone.
Did anybody go under? I think it looks
It's
like
definitely over.
Going over. Let me get your real quick pick. Iowa versus Iowa State.
Iowa State's super overrated. Iowa's going
There
for
you
sure.
go. He's calling Iowa, Shane. Iowa State. I got his quick bet in there. He's going to be rocking TTNL at game day. College game day is going to be at that game. So hopefully Caden gets on the screen. College
really?
Caden.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to game day at ESPN. He's going to be wearing the Keepin' It
Hopefully he gets a
100
girlfriend. He's in corn country.
Dude, he's got
This
a new
invention here is called the
Jesus, Caden.
Caden. No.
It's over under on Caden popping some of those kernels.
Leave that out of it. Is there any other defensive prop bets?
That was the only one that I could find.
Eddie
That was the only
Jackson
one I
missed
could find.
tackles. We don't have one for that.
I do have a couple fun ones. You want to hear a couple
Okay,
fun ones?
yes.
Let's do a
There we
couple
go.
fun ones.
Couple fun ones.
They-
Claudio, you
at the-
paying attention? Yes, he
At
is.
the South Point, where I like to go, it's a locals place. Claudio, there he is.
Go ahead.
You can bet player versus player on their performance. So you can
Yes.
bet matchups, and they've got quarterback matchups. Which quarterback will throw more touchdown passes during the season, the regular season? And they've got matched up here. What do you guys think? They've got Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I'd go.
Who would have more touchdown passes?
I would go Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tommy Brady.
Brady all day.
Yeah, you guys can actually jump right in and give your prediction.
Brady, because fuck Rodgers.
Yes, Cherie.
Can't bet with your heart. You got to bet with your head.
That's
Tom
what you
fucking
said.
Brady.
There you go. And
I'm going
He's
Rodgers.
oh, he already picked Iowa. This could be a bad sign. He went Rodgers.
You notice
Shane
he
went
was doing
Rodgers.
the Cameron Diaz gel thing from
Dude, he's got a new
Something About
haircut.
Mary?
Look at this smile. He's laid back. There
He
might
was
be a lady there with him.
He was
right
hitting
now.
on Cherie pregame. I'm telling you, bro.
Was he?
Oh yeah,
He was getting
working
his
it.
Mac
Yep.
game on.
He was.
What about you, Mr. Maly?
I got to put the hex on him. I'll take Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, both.
yeah.
He's going Sharon too.
I picked up Devontae Adams for my fantasy team. So if that doesn't jinx him, nothing will.
We got a bunch of Brady's and a few Rodgers. I'm surprised the Hearts aren't winning.
And we got one Russell Wilson also.
Oh,
That's
Russell Webster's not even playing the game correctly. So no wonder why the fucking Bears are going to lose on. Oh, thank you, Russell. I like the weapons as well in Tampa. Better. Go ahead. What's our next fun prop bet?
All right. How about this one? Let's see here. Which running back will have the most combined rushing and receiving yards for the season? Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey? Combined receiving and rushing.
See, that's where the McCaffrey thing sets the tone. I'm going to go Christian McCaffrey for I hope Jackal's writing this down. All of these.
To me, it comes
We are
down
going
to
to go back to this show, Brett, after the season with you on, and we're going to give away. I want to make that like total. How many of whoever got them all right is going to get a belt? We're going to make a TTNL like wrestling belt out of all of us. So if you're playing along in the chat, I might include you. So make sure you write down and text Jackal or DM Jackal your of all these prop bets. So if you're listening later, it will still count. Okay. I've said my P. I had that idea just now pop in my head. We're going to follow through on that. Postseason, the championship prop bet belt. I love it. Claudio.
Yes,
Christian
McCaffrey. It's not even a question, McCaffrey.
Oh, confidence in the barbershop. Confidence in the bar. How are we confident over here?
I concur. C-Mac.
Look at that. Christian McCaffrey. Jackals
CMC. McCaffrey.
There you go. Yep. And in Iowa.
It's obviously McCaffrey.
I haven't voted yet.
I know. The whole board.
I'm going to. I'm not even looking at the running backs, even though this is about them.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that Tennessee's in a better position. I know that the workload part of it, maybe they will reduce Henry's workload, but I'm not a big believer in where Sam Darnold is headed in Carolina. I'm not, and he may rush for what did he have last year? Did he go over 2,000, Derrick Henry?
No,
I don't have it, but he was pretty close. He was audacious.
He was up there.
Yeah.
Remember, they told me my number one running back was a fullback.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. He's not going to get the receptions, but he's going to get a shitload of running yards. And I just don't think Carolina is going to be a good football team overall. And I don't know. I'm going to go Henry.
Went over 2K.
Yeah, I'm going to go Henry.
Yeah.
I'm going to go against consensus.
I love Derrick Henry for the record, but I'm betting on the big plays are nice. Matt Nagy, McCaffrey with the receiving and rushing. Brett, what about you?
I'm going McCaffrey too. I mean, he's coming back from an injury, but yeah, no, not this time. I think McCaffrey's just, all purpose. I think they lean on him. Henry, they got more weapons now in Tennessee than they had.
Yep. It's great.
Now, if McCaffrey gets hurt and then Henry has more yards, Shayne would win that bet.
Right.
Correct?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's why I want to make sure that it's on the record. Here it is. So if you're playing and you've DM'd Chris Jackal, how many hours should we give on this? Because I don't want you getting it on Saturday morning. Hey,
for what?
For these prop bets, if they want to play, not your notes.
Okay, I'm gonna say the prop bets will be listed in the YouTube. So if you forgot them or want to make sure you have them all, they'll be there in the notes on the YouTube page tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll post Jackal's cell phone. You guys can text
perfect. Just post my fucking number. That would be wonderful. Thank you, Shayne.
No, how long do you want on the ability to get in that game?
It just get them in before the kickoff. I mean, you got to get it in before kickoff.
You're giving it to game day. 1:00. So there you go. That's all I wanted. Now I think he was paying attention again. So now he's on the same page. So they have till 1:00 on Sunday if you want to play and get the belt.
Now wait a second. The game start tomorrow though.
Oh,
yeah.
So you got until tomorrow night. Brett Maly knocking him out of the park tonight. He's keeping us on. That's right.
Keeping you
opening
on.
night tomorrow. Are they having
All
that
right, we got-
concert?
What's that?
Like
What
the
concert?
opening night concert? Are they having a band there? Somebody's got. Caden Whitlow's got to know. It's Thursday nights tomorrow. Caden, is somebody opening?
I think it's like Ed Sheeran or something like that.
Ed Sheeran. Chris Jackal confirms. Ed Sheeran. He's just shaking. Ed Sheeran's opening up tomorrow night. There you go.
That'd be fun if they have any prop bets on him. Songs that he'll play.
Yeah, I love.
Will he
that
be late for the show?
Claudio is always betting, man. He's always involved in those bets.
Jackal with the good spelling game there. Solid work,
Ed
Jackal.
Cheers.
Ed Sheer season.
I think he meant to put Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, exactly. That's how he typed it. Yeah,
it was all together. Edward Scissorhands, Adam Sheeran's. Chris Sanders not even getting it.
We're getting
He's got him. He's using all the books behind.
Yeah.
Good one. Caden's always sneaky with jokes, like in writing.
He's a silent assassin. I've been impressed with him. He'll ask for permission to go to the bathroom or to go get a cookie or something, and then he'll just fucking kill a dude. And
he's the books behind him.
Yeah.
All right. One more prop, and then we got.
All right, that's all I got. I got one more fun one.
Yes.
And it's which wide receiver or tight end, it's actually wide receivers in this case, which wide receiver will have more pass receptions during the season? Stephon Diggs or Keenan Allen?
Pass
I'm going to say
receptions
Diggs for the simple fact that I'm not a believer that Keenan is going to stay healthy. He's always nicked up.
Oh,
I think Buffalo is fucking legit. That team is fucking put together well.
Yeah, they did a great job, and they have a coach that understands you build your offense around the quarterback talent, you run the ball, you build strong, speedy defense, and you win. So I'm going with Shayne as well. Diggs. Stephon Diggs is winning the chat because all I see is Diggs, diggity, dig. There's a lot of Diggs. Put them all up there.
Diggity.
No diggity. No doubt. Claudio, though.
I agree. Keenan Allen, I love him, but he gets hurt just too much. And Diggs is the man there. So
Claudio is an astute fantasy football player. It's going to be interesting to see in the patron fantasy football league. Jackal's shaking his head. It ain't even going. I have a lot of pride in my young little brother. Little brother is going to knock people out over there. Cherie.
Diggs.
You got to read the comment, Phil. At the bottom
Jack will be like, I'm choosing.
Fucking hate you guys. Send home Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only type on the phone, the computer, and the other one, and you can only imagine the smells coming out of that thing, but
What do they do on that show? That's what he's talking
just
about.
make great clips for you to fucking record and then bust my balls on here.
You are the greatest drop since Joe Manning.
I'm trying. Literally comes out of my mouth and I know I'm fucked. I'm like,
there's another one.
See? There it is.
Write that one down.
Write down.
2:30. Dude, I write the shit down. I know when it's fucking coming.
2:23:39. Or no, maybe it wasn't. All right.
I would go Diggs though. I love Keenan Allen.
Caden, your Diggs too?
Yeah, it's Diggs.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer that he can stay healthy.
There you go. That's
clean sweep. I go Diggs too.
Everybody's in. Is anybody in the chat going Allen? There he is, PJ. Allen for the upset. I think PJ's playing the eye. He wants that belt, that TTNL belt. I think I can get my guy Josh E to do a great job on a belt, hopefully. All right. Shayne, are we doing bear up, bear down? Do we have enough time for that?
We're going to go into our predictions.
Bold predictions. But before we do that, let me bother everybody.
Oh, boy.
With a thing that will actually help you. So you have to understand it's only bothering you because you need to do it. Today's episode here at Keepin' It 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network is sponsored by our friends Manscaped, the leaders in below the waist grooming. It's back to school time, Claudio, and we want to make sure you pack the essentials to have your best year yet. The Manscaped 4th generation performance package.
That's never looked so good.
Just that. Things are opening up. Be ready for whatever is in your daily schedule for you. It's the perfect package for your package, JP. It includes the brand new Lawnmower 4.0, fellas. Go for the Veil Dictorian. Look at this jokester of ball trimming and join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going manscaped.com and enter the code KI100. Fun fact, over 78 people on this great network, TTNL, have purchased the Manscaped. I want you to be one of them. Make that number go up like the likes. Hit the like. School is back. And the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped is here to teach the boys a lesson on male hygiene, Claudio, that you can't. Inside, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Because Claudio has no sons. He only has all daughters. Weed whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, crop preserver, ball deodorant, Claude, crop reviver toner, plus 2 free gifts. Performance boxer briefs, Brett, and a shed travel bag. The package also includes the brand new Lawnmower 4.0 and will give you the confidence to do anything you desire. New year, new you. Might screw around and attend some Smooth Balls University like our guy Caden Whitlow this fall. The 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to the advanced skin-safe technology. It also allows you to shave your pencil down and customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1
yourself, bro.
through 4. The Lawnmower 4.0 also has 7,000 chubs. Count them. 7,000 chubs RPM motor. A new multi-function on-off switch can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn what Chris Sandlin loves, 4,000K LED spotlight on and off whenever he needs it for a precise shave. Did I mention this trimmer is waterproof? It is. Manscaped also threw some free gifts in there, like I said. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code KI100 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code KI. That's KI as in keeping it. KI100 at manscaped.com. This year, graduate with a degree in clean balls from Manscaped. There you go. The Manscaped. Yes, I don't think Matt, he didn't show up to one presser. So we hope he shows up to this. But this is Cherie's second favorite song, or maybe her first. I don't know. Cherie will tell us.
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I got.
Next play. Pass. 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 Pass.
There was no rhyme or reason.
Drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't got.
Phil, I don't know what he did.
He's out.
Oh, Philip Patosian.
Fucking Phil just does not know what the fuck he's doing. I have no idea.
The song? And where did he move it to?
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I got.
Next play. Pass. 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 Pass.
There was no rhyme or
Just
reason.
drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't gotta worry. But you do gotta worry because he gets tackled at the freaking 15.
There was no rhyme or
Next
reason.
play, shotgun.
The tape never lies.
Bold prediction. What's your prediction? What's your prediction? The old line is playing shitty. What's the skinny? No identity. If Nagy can't find it, Bears will sleep it with the enemy. Red zone opportunity. Once again, they gotta settle for 3. The reality of coaching when the defense has to carry the team. Prediction. What you think would happen versus what does. A light year from the Super Bowl and now we're losing buzz. Nagy has no answers, just predictions that don't change. The segment is the truth. Give it by the guys and feeling shame. What's your prediction? That bold prediction.
The tape never lies.
Bold
It never
prediction.
does.
What's your prediction?
Yes, I did spell prediction wrong on that. I apologize.
No, we're not taking it out. You also canceled the song when you got up and walked away.
And just disappeared.
Really? Yeah, you hit it.
How?
I don't know.
I
Brett's
hit
like,
it? No, that was one of you.
Brett
'cause
said,
I
"What a
did-
dumbass." And I'm like, I agree, Brett.
There's no way I hit it.
Somebody did.
I know.
I'm looking
It
behind the
definitely
scenes.
was going to be Jackal.
Cameron's smiling. It's probably
Because
Jackal.
all I did was get up to
He
go.
was probably trying to
get-
hit the block on Greg Braggs and
I was
just canceled the song.
Can you stop blocking Greg, for God's sake?
You got a tight end by chance?
Oh my God. Anyway, bold predictions, guys. This week, as you know, every week.
Cue the
Next week,
funeral music.
Next week we will have obviously dumbest tweets, bear up, bear down, and everything of that nature. All of and Claudio finally will be back to work. His cut it
Yes.
out segment will return. We can't wait. No one can wait.
Segment nobody wants. I will be here with it next week. Brett, what's up, Brett? Yo.
Hey, Claudio, how you doing?
What's up, man? I was just at Brimfield. Did you go to Brimfield before?
Brim.
Okay, you guys want to get the predictions?
And you can pull things out of places I didn't know existed. With
What's up, Brett?
Jackal
talk later.
is the gift that keeps on giving. Let's go. We're gonna bring everybody in now on the panel here. We changed the background. Bring in Cherie. Bring in Mr. fucking Brady. Jeez. And obviously we'll move Mr. Maly to the middle as he's had probably the best night out of everybody with his
killing it.
Center
Yes.
square.
There you
There you
go.
go.
You are in center square. If we only had two more people. what was
Jackal,
his-
can you check if he's manscaped? Just look up. Is it squeaky clean up there?
Here we
Teamwork
go.
to make the dream work,
Teamwork making the dream work. All right, so let's go around the table here. We'll start in the upper right-hand corner. Your bold prediction, Claudio. Bears versus Rams opening night. Everybody's talking about this game. It's going to be on national TV, the place where Shayne cannot stand when the Chicago Bears open up like this. So what are your thoughts here?
Well, listen, I mean, I think our defense is going to have to come to play if we're going to have a chance to win. So I'm going with Mack with 3 sacks. That is my
Whoa.
bold prediction.
Well, you have to predict the score.
I forgot.
And-
It's been so long. We've done this. I
Oh
forgot
my
what we-
God.
Get him out of here.
I forgot.
Should we put him on a timeout. Jackal has placed him on a timeout.
I'm good at that.
You have
I
to
thought
give-
we do the. I thought we did the player first, and then we do the score. All right.
No.
Whatever.
Do the score.
Okay. So
Then
the
you're-
score.
Hey.
So, I mean, listen. I want us to win. Obviously, I just don't know if we can pull it off offensively.
with the line issues and Dalton and stuff. So I think we will sadly lose 28-21.
28-21, Jackal. Write it down. Claudio.
Doing it right now, brother.
Do we need to address this budding relationship here going on in the chat room? Sure.
Oh,
I know.
Will Mookie Hill
Will's
from Jersey.
Is it Bill or Will?
It is Will.
Breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Into the TTNL desk, Will is throwing his hat into the ring to go to Vegas with Cherie next week to celebrate her dad's birthday. Cherie. Will, hit me up. I got those digits, bro. I'll forward them to you.
There you go. Back freely. Brett Maly back in the middle where he belongs. Love lifters up where Will belong. There you go. Cherie.
Why, Phil?
Just giving her a little love. Claudio, 28-21, and you've predicted prior to your score.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack, 3 sacks. 3 sacks. Someone is loud. I think it's Caden Whitlow. This is the test.
Squeaking.
No, it's not Caden because he's muted his mic. It's not Jackal. It's not Shayne. It's not Cherie.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't know. It's Claudio.
Fan
Who is that talking?
The fan on his computer.
Do you hear someone say, someone's going on? I heard something. I don't know what
hitting
that
some
is.
Shit during that. What were you? Is that
Nobody
what you
else
were doing?
heard
You
it. I heard it.
disappeared?
Is it Angelo trying to get in your garage? Hey,
Might have
I'm
been.
back.
It might have.
What?
Oh, God.
All right, let's go. Caden Whitlow from Iowa. Your
I would say
score?
I'm going to say 28-10 Rams.
28-10 Rams. Bullshit. Did you write that down, Jackal?
I got it right here.
Your prediction on a player, a performance, something happening? Just.
I mean, I expect our offense to probably be pretty stagnant, and that's why I'm going 10 points.
That's a prediction.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Throwing your hat in the ring, young man.
Not too bold.
Montgomery's definitely not having 20 carries.
No 20 carries for Montgomery. That's what you're. Okay.
All right.
Under
20 carries. Is that bold
Matt
enough
Nagy
for you?
just texted me and he's like, Caden, we got you covered, bro.
It's like a mild prediction. Not bold, mild.
Yeah.
Let's go across the top of the box and go to Shayne Marsaw.
Yeah, my prediction is going to be 45-13 Rams.
Fuck.
It's going to be
45-13.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
Not
just
looking.
But
here's the kicker. Chicago strikes first. Darnell Mooney gets in the end zone. The Bears go up 7-0, and then it's all downhill from there.
That's will count prediction. That as your bold prediction. I like that. So 45-10.
Yeah.
Put some money on
Bears
that.
score first with Mooney.
Yep.
There you go. If someone is a better, maybe you throw some money. Cherie.
I'm not feeling all of these predictions. It's the season right now is everybody's at 0-0. So until the Bears lose, they gonna win. I'm predicting 21-15. Our defense holds Stafford to under 250 yards.
Nice.
21-15 Bears, you're calling.
Yep.
She's predicting the Bears victorious Sunday Night Football. And what was your bold prediction? Was under 50. Matt Stafford held under 250. Wow. I love it. My prediction now here, following the square all the way up like chutes and ladders, Chris, you'll be at.
Just wanted to make sure we still had access to that. I heard
Did someone steal that shit?
I heard we sold it.
Okay.
Jesus, look at
Did you let anybody borrow that?
63-7.
Holy
Rams.
shit, dude.
Hog. I guess that is a hog slap. Jesus.
It's like one of Tate's predictions.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll just put this out there.
95-4.
If it ends up 63-7 Rams, I'm going to bypass BHL that night for the opening rant from Phil. I'm just going to intro it and then go to sleep.
Turn your radios down.
Oh, God.
Computers, wherever you're listening. All right, my prediction, I'm going 35-10 Rams. The offensive line is awful because of their center. I just don't believe in what it is that Matt Nagy has offensively. I think the defense is going to be holding them in the game, but I just think the Rams are going to be – they're just better coached. And I think especially on the national stage, Matt Nagy has never been prepared. And I'm just going to bet on what I know to be. And I think Mustafa, I'm so concerned about that guy. So keep an eye on that. So 35-10. My bold prediction, the defense, I'm going to say Roquan Smith has a pick 6. So that just tells you how our offense. So we get 7 points from our defense. So 35-10. Roquan Smith, pick 6 against the Rams. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what my gut is telling me. Chris Jackal.
35-21 Chicago. I mean, LA. I apologize.
Wait, Freudian slip.
Yeah. I hate to say it. That's why, but with all that being said, I just think the Rams are too tough. I think that Chicago scores a late touchdown. They're never in the game. My bold prediction is the defense outscores the offense.
So technically what I said.
Similar, but I'm throwing,
it's something that, I don't know.
That's awful.
You can't make it up. If you
We have one more prediction before we get to our guest, Phil.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh boy.
Via text.
Text.
I texted Cars for his bold prediction. And
Cars.
Score.
I got to put that in here.
It's 11:11 at night.
Yep. So
it's a great number.
Cars prediction on the game is the Bears win 27-17. Bold prediction. Andy Dalton throws over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Cut.
Let's say the variables. That's part of the variables.
He did have 2 predictions. He said he will also be stoned out of his mind. Listen,
that would be a great night if that is.
I think he might have been stoned when he made the prediction.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm pretty. I think that's pretty safe to say he is right now. I've got a couple of texts from him, and it sounds like he's having a pretty good time. We'll just say it that way.
Nope. Shayne, what were
the? What was his prediction again for Chris Jackal's notes?
Please.
27-17 Chicago, 2 touchdown passes, and he goes over 300 in the air. Andy Dalton.
Thank you.
Reporting quarterbacks still on the board. It's time for one to be traded up for.
Here we
Chicago's
go.
trading up.
There he
Best
is.
night ever.
Chicago's trading up, Brett.
Chicago's trading up. Justin's sitting down. Game 1. Let's go.
Well,
taking the air out of the balloon.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not as bold as Cars. I think the Bears are going to get taken. I think it's going to be 31-16. I do have a bold prediction, though. Even though I predicted he wouldn't start until about the time of the year, I think Justin Fields gets his first pro touchdown.
Justin Fields.
Yep.
I love Brett's score because the Bears always have that crazy ass score, 9 or 16 or
they score a touchdown on defense and they kick 4 field goals. That's what they do.
Cairo Santos's leg falls off and it's Brian Johnson season.
No, we're very economical, my family.
There's a laugh. You didn't even need to have it in the drop.
Just
right there.
Does it every time to me. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Nagy, he always gets cute, especially the first game. And I think every now and again, he comes up with something that works. You know, a blind squirrel finding a nut, and I think he'll come up with some sort of a bootleg or something with Justin Fields. It's tricky.
Oh, like just use him like a Taysom Hill.
Yeah, like a Taysom Hill
Right.
kind of a thing.
Right.
Gotcha. Too little, too late. It'll pull us within 2 touchdowns, but no.
I want to add another prop bet. What is the odds of him doing the same thing, Shayne, again, and lining up in the T formation on first down on their first possession? Will he do that again? Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
The bad part about it is, man, Tariq doesn't boot that ball. That's it was a house call, man.
I know.
You're talking about versus Green Bay.
Yeah. That wasn't last year.
No, that was 2019.
That was 2019. 2020,
if you look at the game film on that, it was I can't imagine what the fucking stadium would have been like.
The whole game would have changed.
Tariq dropped the ball, and I mean, but if he would have
You
kept
remember
it,
that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes.
That guy looks like a younger Chuck Norris.
100.
I mean, Chuck Norris.
We have
holy cow,
the quarterback that got traded.
Quarterback
for the
Jaguars. That got traded to
him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where did he get traded to?
Philly.
Garner Minshew is on the show.
Anyone ever
tonight.
say you look like Minshew? Or can you throw a football over that mountain? Uncle
I've
Rico?
gotten the Minshew on this show. Who else?
Could you throw a football over those fake books behind Jackal? Only dude that buys a fat head of books.
That's a tall stack. Man.
Actually, AJ Hawk has one too. Just saying, that's where I got the idea.
Oh, that's
just
where
saying.
you stole it from.
Hey, it's a good idea. You guys fucking make fun
Everybody's
of me.
got to have.
Jackal don't do shit.
Smoke weed every day.
There he is.
Oh. Just kidding.
Ladies, everybody's bets are in. Jackal, if you want to play along, please put your prediction, your score. Obviously, you're doing it in the chat. Get a couple of those up there for us, Claudio. As we go into some business stuff, if you're not a patron, I don't know what you're doing on Saturday. X's with the O's. If you don't like me, you're going to be happy. I'm not going to be able to be there. So it's going to be Barlissimo and my dad. So no me. I have to go to my
outside shot. I might be there. I'm not.
Outside chance of Shayne. So X's with the O's. Saturday, they'll be breaking down Perriman and the kid from the new punt returner. I was excited about being able to be in that. Simba Webster. He has me excited.
N. Just letting Phil know because I know he was going to.
What did I say?
No, I didn't know if you're going to.
Simba, right?
I know. I didn't know if you're going to throw in the Simba or something like that.
Bee Gees.
In sync.
How old do you think we are?
Yeah. By the way, AJ Hawk can't fucking read solo.
Only Phil knows who the Bee Gees is.
Oh my God!
Oh, who doesn't know?
Dude, come on, Claudio.
How can you not know the
Christ.
Bee Gees?
Just joking.
Someone slap Claudio.
Ladies and gentlemen, class is now in session. X's with the O's.
So Saturday, X's with the O's. Brett, you're always there or have been there catching the show. If you can't catch it live, we have a homemade DVR where you can watch every week a coach's clinic breakdown of the Chicago Bears that'll continue on into the season. But to get you ready, the guys will be breaking down some of the speed at receiver that the Bears have to see if they're going to use that. Last bit before we get to Cherie's favorite song on the network, the shout-out song. Listen, Bears Hour Live, win, lose, or draw. Ugly, pretty, shitty, or no matter what city, we will be live breaking down what transpired right after the final whistle. And our guy Ron G takes to the tape and always pull some highlights. This was from the last BHL to get you ready for BHL's inaugural kickoff right after Bears versus Rams. So yes, right after that show, even the mailman stays up late into the night, even though he's got to get up in the morning to talk about the Chicago
Bears Hour Live.
I just appreciate this whole entire training camp, this preseason with our guys. They've been phenomenal, as I've told you in the past. And, now what they've done is they've made our job tough and Ryan's job tough, because I feel like there's a lot of competition at certain spots. And when you do that, that enables you to realize that
know
you're bringing
every
good players,
fucking
good guys
person you want on the roster already. Already.
Another team, and that's a part of this business. So.
There he is.
What?
Big plays are nice. They're good. We need more of those.
Football, especially in preseason, is about preparation. You want to prepare your football team to go out there and be available. And the worst part about it is I feel like the season's lost before it's begun, because I have no faith, no hope, Gary, at all in Coach Nagy. As I said at halftime with the patrons, it's so disappointing on so many levels, because you know what this was about? It wasn't about Justin Fields. It wasn't about where this future is going. It was about Matt Nagy. It was about bubble wrap and hiding. When I look around the NFL, it's so unfortunate. I see other teams prepared. They go in with a plan because they want to build confidence. Their goal isn't to make the second string look good. The goal is to make the first team look good. But again, we see the softness, the missed tackles, the sloppiness, the offensive line confusion. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Your last preseason game. Yeah, you want to get out. It doesn't matter the score, all of that. But you want to see fundamentals. You want to see some pride. You want to see some preparation. You put Justin Fields out there to start with the first team offensive line, and they fire out like a bunch of cream puffs. Cream puffs. I mean, nothing on this evening is better than Shayne's hat. Nothing.
You can believe what they said in March when they signed Andy Dalton. They didn't have any other quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Nick Foles was the only quarterback under contract. So of course, when you go, it's like you're a single guy going out to the bar. You're gonna say probably a lot more things that you don't really mean to hook up with the lady that's across from your face. Of course, I'd never do that now because my beautiful wife, if she's listening, but you know what I mean. Back in the day, you'd say a lot of things, but when the draft came around and Justin Fields fell into your lap, that wasn't something that you planned on in March. You had no idea. So the NFL is a business. It was a business. Andy Dalton came here because the Bears offered him $10 million. If another team offered him $7 million, he wasn't going to go there. He made a business decision coming here for $10 million. Now the Bears should make a business decision and say, hey, we told you this in March. Things change in the NFL.
Football changes.
Shit changes fast. Yeah, every day, every minute.
They got a great defense. They got good special teams. They got good receivers. And they got a good quarterback. Tannehill, I always liked this kid when he played at A&M. I said, that kid is going to be a great quarterback. They screwed up at Miami. That kid should have been at Miami, and they wouldn't have wasted a draft choice because he was a great quarterback.
Again, they didn't do
what he can do
around him.
That's right.
Same thing with Mitch and this fucking clown boy. People can hate Mitch all they want. We saw last week when a coach understands, hey, this is what he does well. You stop us. Yes, we're coming for you. That's football, Dad. How many times Belly got 7 yards. No, let's go into trips now. Let's not run it again. Like, who does that? Matt Nagy does that.
Dalton should have played tonight.
I totally agree.
What the hell? He's going to be a starting quarterback. Put him under fire. So far, he looked like shit. So put him in there. Let's make a decision on him. It's his job to lose. It would have been tonight. Believe me.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Power off. Let's go.
That is Bears Hour Live, the passion, the fire. Speaking of fire, I know I don't want to get fired. Brett Maly, amazing tonight. We totally appreciate you jumping on here. And I know you got to bounce out. I didn't know.
No.
I apologize.
You know what? I think this is my my fourth or fifth time on with you guys. I think this was my favorite. This was a good time. You guys are always great to hang around with, even if the situation with the team is a little bleak going into the season. But rest assured, I'll be here Sunday. I can't wait to see what transpires. And again, I'll be cheering the Bears on, cheering you guys on, cheering Riley on, and can't wait to do it again. It was a blast.
Brett texted me and he's like, "Shayne, I gotta go." And I said, "Well, Phil just said real quick, Brett." So he's like, "Oh fuck."
I was this close to bringing my dinner in here.
Brett, we love you.
Thanks, guys.
Hopefully you tune in Sunday night right after the game. My dad, me, and Shayne will be live. My dad's swearing, getting fired up. He's fired up because he believes Justin Fields should be starting. He can't believe it, Brett, but
you know what? We got
see it.
Hey, we do have some things to be thankful for with this team. Justin Fields at the top of the list. So we got a lot to cheer for this season. It's the best time of year. That's right. You guys are the best. So have a great night. And
imagine if we didn't have him. What we
well,
oh my God.
I don't want to imagine that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a minefield I don't want to walk through. So anyway, guys, thanks again. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Brett. We love you, man.
We love you, man.
Guys.
We love every time he comes on. He's Brett Maly. Brett Maly, porn stars. Not porn star, Claudio. Porn stars. Listen, Bears Hour Live right after the game. I'm telling you right now. I'll just give you a look at it. Oh, that's me and my dad. I was trying to find me and Shayne. But anyway, we will be live right after that game. Shayne, hopefully our predictions are wrong. And I
rarely pick against the Bears. I'm just not built that way.
Me too.
And I think it's going to be a nut punch. And it's going to get to the point of a couple of games like that it's going to just force the incompetent Bears hands, to make the right decision. And rather than start the season off on a positive note, I think that they're gonna take one and get kicked square in the face. And we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
Listen, I'll be so excited Sunday night if they go out there and perform the way Cherie believes that they're going to perform. I see her comment being put up here. If they do, let's go. But we are going to break it down truthfully. I'm not going to sell a line of shit to nobody. The tape is telling me, and Barlissimo, I know how hard we've worked in breaking down this football team. You ask any patron out there, is it worth the $7 a month? It's a joke. Of course it is. Of course, because you're looking at the tape, not somebody's statistical analysis and has an agenda. We've thrown people out. Shayne has thrown people out just being inappropriate and negative. It's not about the money. It's about separating a line of if you want the truth or if you
giving
don't.
Money back.
Yes.
To get rid of people.
You want the truth, this is where you're getting it from. Yes, patrons always get a live reaction. I don't know what that means. That's what we do. You mean watch the show live with us? Yeah. I don't know. We're going to set that up if the Bears are performing well or not. But it ain't going to be opening night.
Nobody wants to see me rip my TV off the wall live on air.
But I got to give it up to Brett Maly real quick. We'll be live. Bears Hour Live. Ron G capturing, the emotion. That's just in a preseason game. My father, Shayne, I will be live. All of the cast will be ready. I know if they perform in the way that I believe in my prediction, I'm going to be on fucking fire. It's going to be must-see TV. Everybody be there and get your freaking popcorn ready because this isn't fake. There's no shtick. or whatever the fuck. It's just the reality of what it is that we see. And every time they take a step forward, they're taking steps back. You saw my father. It's like, put Andy Dalton on Front Street. It's really not that hard. So great work, as Alex Casavedo saying, by Ron.
Let's just
Go ahead.
address this while we're live. During the game, you can look me in the eyes here. This is the important part.
Okay.
TTNL would never broadcast a game live because that's against the rules. Okay? Did everybody
That's
see?
just the
We would
secret.
never do that. It's against the rules. We're not rule breakers.
Well, it's already worth being
If
a
you're
patron.
a TTNL patron, just
But
keep checking Patreon.
I don't
we
know
would
if
never
people
break the
read
rules.
sarcasm well.
We would never break the rules here.
Never would. Speaking of rules, just right. We have a time clock saying Shayne's got to get up in the morning. Got to feed the baby, Shayne. You got to do this. You got to do that. A honeydew list. Where is the song? It would be so great if like the producers were like, let me play that.
I don't know if anybody else has it.
Shout out Tape Never Lies. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay Spencer strong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
The network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this policy, the show is at its end. But for me it's so important to thank the charter members and the fans. Built the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. Claudio Shayne getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say to get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
shout
Spencer Strong.
out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real. Spencer Strong.
Hi, Jackal. Hey, Jackal. How you doing?
Hey, Claudio.
Hi.
What are you doing over there?
I'm ready to shout
He was
you out.
checking his
brother.
fantasy
Shout you out.
stats or something.
That's it. I'm checking out how bad ass my team is in your league. That's what I was.
Oh,
I'll
the
see you in the
shit.
championship.
My shout out.
The shit talking is gonna be real.
yeah.
That's another thing in the patron fantasy world is gonna be on fire this season. Jackal will keep us abreast,
Yes.
if you will, Cherie, of what is transpiring in the fucking fantasy world. Claudio trying not to laugh, keeping a straight face, and there it is, a smile. That's got a laugh. And anyway, here we go. Shout out Spencer Strong and Riley Strong segment. Look up into the top of your screen. Those two guys always supporting TTNL. We're supporting everybody. You have prayers, we're going to send them. The power of positivity is real. And we believe that on this network. We believe you guys are family. And we always respond to your DMs and your requests and everything. So let's go around the table here. Cherie is.
I mean, you gotta learn how to spell her name, bro. But
she got Jackal's spelling over here. Charlie.
Damn it, Phil. That was funny.
Come back, Charlie.
Don't feel bad. Claude jumped into the green room.
I
He's
still
like,
don't know how to say her
why
name.
is Sherry not in the
Sherry.
fantasy football league?
I love you, Sherry. I love you, Sherry. Sorry.
Cherie.
You just did it again.
I said Cherie.
He said Cherie.
He said it right that time.
I said it
We'll
right.
play it back. I want to make sure the
I'm
first
the only one
was
that gets
right.
her name right.
I get it right now.
No,
I do.
you said it wrong
fucking up,
twice like
Sherry.
last week.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
2 weeks ago, when her mom was here, I messed it up. How's your
And
mom?
and
Cherie?
only because of who you are is why she didn't attack you. She hate when people say my name wrong.
Oh, see, she's my #1 fan.
She is.
Cherie's mom. All right, Caden Whitlow will be at game day, correct? Iowa State. You've predicted Iowa.
Yeah.
Pulling the win there, but now you get the
What's
shout
the
out.
sign gonna say, Caden, that you're making?
Caden, you gonna make a sign?
I don't have the materials to make a sign.
There's
But-
fucking stores, dude.
Iowa
You
doesn't have
go to
fucking Walmart,
school,
bro.
dude.
I don't have a
Drake.
car.
Drake.
How far away is Walmart from Drake?
Uber.
Drake.
Too far.
They'll deliver that shit to your
Shit's
house.
like 2 blocks, bro.
Amazon. I mean, what are we doing here?
Come on. How far is the game from you?
It's like 30 minutes.
So
What do
who's
you walk
driving
in
you to
there?
the game?
I have friends that I'm going with.
All right,
All right,
so
so
one
you
of your
can-
boys brings you to
Oh boy,
Walmart.
Caden's walking right into this
Caden.
one.
Yeah, thank you, Shane.
Yeah.
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 Are you wearing TTNL swag to the game?
Phil told me to, so I might. We'll
What do you
see.
mean might?
Might.
Oh, company
You
man.
know you're
Seriously.
fucking
Holy
bad.
shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm
You
with
have-
Rick here. I mean, you're literally at college where you fucking have paper.
It's all online now.
Yeah,
the most part.
Oh, he does.
So
have
why
a
are you in the dorm?
Exactly. I got kids at college right now I work with. They got plenty of access
Wait,
to
so
the bookstore.
everything is online?
all
No,
your classes?
Classes are in person, but like the work and stuff is mostly online.
So
there's
why
no
go to
hand.
class?
Yeah, what the
What's the class for then?
Drake is
Just like instruction. I don't know.
Do you go to class? You don't know.
Yeah, I
any
go to
college
class.
named after Drake is fucking.
He's gonna go.
probably
He's gonna go
horrible
on
anyway,
TTNL
you know, but-
Network and say that he doesn't go to class.
Listen,
Here we
please
go. Angelo hit it.
A,
Fucking
go to
millennials.
class. B, you have to wear the Keepin It 100 shirt. I know you're cheering for Iowa, but seriously, you got to rep.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
All right. We're putting the pressure.
Your
I know
roommate
you
must-
are a comedian on paper. He's like the dude from The Office, the fucking temp. Ryan. Remember Ryan? He's the temp.
Are you sitting on your bed right now?
Yes.
It's not like a
Futon,
futon.
bro.
It's like a
Futon.
futon. Do you guys get cable?
just-
Do you have cable?
No.
No?
No,
What
I
does
just watch
Drake cost
Hulu with my.
You
tuition?
gotta
Wow.
show us the inside of your fridge.
He doesn't
We
want
make
to
It's a mess in there.
He's probably
No,
got
that's the
fucking
entire
meth in there.
point. We've all been there. Come
You
on,
got it?
give it up.
Can you
Not
show
a
it?
ton. No, fridge
You
is over
shave your
there.
legs, bro?
No.
Drake charges
The Manscaped
43 grand and you guys
4.0.
don't have cable? That's some shit.
How do you not have cable? I remember
You can
we had
stream
cable.
everything.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't have
stream most of
cable.
it.
Is this a shout
know
out
what
or
I
the
meant.
shit on fucking kids?
Well, it's just nice to see somebody else fucking taking it on the
Yeah.
shins for once, you know? Sorry, Caden.
I'm
No,
trying.
it's good.
Caden. I'm trying, bro.
Listen, Caden, you have some shout outs.
I'll shout out Cherie, Jackal, Claudio.
Parents for not sending them to school with a car to go to Walmart.
Yeah, no. I know me and Phil will talk this week and stuff about stuff, but and Shayne, shout out Riley and Spencer and everyone. So, yeah,
Is it hard for you on the camera? Like, do you get nervous? Are you nervous now?
I'm good.
Okay. Just wanted
Let's have a roommate.
Yeah, is
Oh,
he
is
like
he
you doing
busting
a
your
show
bear?
on a Wednesday night? Yeah, what's your roommate? What's he doing?
Is he cool?
He's playing games right now.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
deep.
That's a
He's
fucking
deep.
big ass dorm room, dude.
What is he playing? What is he playing?
Newest invention here is called the Cob Quickie. Hands down the easiest way to butter your corn on the cob on a hot summer day. Simply grab yourself a fresh stick of butter and using our patent-pending firm grip design, place the butter directly onto the center spikes. Then simply go to town buttering your corn on the cob from top to bottom. No matter what your technique is, get the job done this summer when you use the Cobb Quickie.
This is what we got to do, Caden.
The full length version.
That's
Caden,
just
the whole
You got the
thing.
whole thing, man.
Get
You
your
got the whole thing.
get your roommate to come over and say something on the show.
What's his first name?
What's his name?
What's his name? Ian.
Ian?
Come say something.
Ian.
Where's he from? What state
Where's
is he
he from?
California.
Oh,
We're in
well, he'll be
man.
fun then.
Rams
that's
fan?
cool.
Is he interested in Cherie?
This is a rivalry right here.
Really,
You got a
college?
solid 5.5. Hey,
Ian,
There
what's
he
up, man?
is.
What were you,
Hey,
what were you
hello.
playing?
Oh, he's got
What
a
am I
voice.
playing? I'm
What's
playing
that?
Counter-Strike.
Counter. What's the name of Caden's blow-up doll? What's he call her?
I think it's Candace.
Candace.
Look at this kid's
Yeah.
got the. This
Nice.
kid's not afraid.
you're funnier
from
than
Cali?
Caden for sure.
You from
Yeah,
Cali?
Los Angeles. Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
so you're a Rams fan.
Ian, if you were to leave your dorm room right now, how long would it take you to get to Walmart?
Walmart. We have a Walgreens like 5
Perfect.
minutes away.
Oh,
They
there
sell
you
poster
go.
board right
They
there.
have poster board and markers.
Poster board and markers. Can you do it
Okay.
for us? He's got
Um,
to make a TTNL sign for game day.
You are a college student, but
yeah, I can
Caden
do
eat
it.
a lot of popcorn?
Nice.
Does he eat a lot of popcorn? No, I don't think so.
Oh.
A lot of candy though. He's always snacking on something.
true.
This
is he a good
got
roommate
good
or does he
voice.
fucking suck?
Oh, he fucking sucks. No, I'm joking. He's a very good roommate.
Look at you. The millennial college life.
Millennial. I'm Gen Z, man.
Oh,
even worse, bro.
Yeah.
Z.
You like corn?
Newest invention here is called the Cobb Quickie.
Welcome to Iowa.
Yeah.
Caden made that.
Yes,
Iowa.
Caden made
I
that
was
shit, by the
trying
way.
to figure out what he's doing there, but
Anyway,
If you see husks of corn in your fucking dorm room, run, bro.
yeah.
Ian.
All right.
Ian
Yeah.
from LA, Hollywood. We're gonna Hollywood Ian. Hollywood Ian.
Okay.
God bless you.
I
Thank
like
you for
it.
jumping on with us real quick. Are you a Rams fan though, or no? You're not a football.
I don't really
fan?
follow sports that much, but yeah,
Oh, God.
I'll support the hometown team.
Okay.
Should just be a
Oh,
Bears
I
fan.
know enough to get by. I'm just not a huge fan.
All right. We wanted you to be a Bears fan, but I guess that went out.
Ian,
Sorry about that. I do want to move to Chicago when I'm older.
PlayStation or
Nice.
Xbox? Pick one.
Man, I play on PC. I build computers. I'm a CS major like Caden.
All right. Makes sense.
Gotta be about the
Generation
PC.
Z just got deeper.
Exactly.
I don't play with those damn councils.
No, sir.
There you go. Thank
Cherie
you for
is
jumping
single.
on.
Can we get a breakdown of Cherie
No.
over here?
She's too young.
Oh, dude.
No, she's not.
Thank you. Thank you,
too
Phil.
young for her.
Young.
You want to make them
Cherie
all
should-
happy. You
I
said.
mean, we're gonna cross some lines here. Let's just
What?
get Ian. Are you over 18?
This is with you.
I'm
Adeptus.
19.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
All right, we're
You
good.
have to drink.
Yeah, we
he
go.
is.
Not even at drinking
Iowa.
age yet.
Well, let's
Iowa,
back
they
those
can't
boots.
drink. Only in Wyoming they could
Do
drink.
you know
that.
Tooch?
Look at him blush. She's ready to roll.
It's Hollywood Ian right there.
Exactly.
He's brave enough to
yeah.
jump on.
Ian, you're the man.
You're the man,
Thank you.
Ian.
Appreciate
We'll be
it.
checking in with you every.
You guys need to
other
make a
week.
TTNL sign for that fucking game. Are you going to the
Yep.
game? Or are you staying back in the dorm room?
Probably will.
Which game?
I was
Oh,
going to
soccer
go to the
game.
Iowa game.
Fucking tennis
Iowa-
match.
Iowa
Friday,
State.
bro.
The
It's gonna be
football game?
lit.
This
Not
is
super
happening
far.
live.
Take 30 minutes.
Oh,
30
Menace.
minutes
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
Ian.
Menace.
So you're-
I don't.
Like,
Past Walgreens, I know that.
Sounds like a commitment. I just take the
you
bus.
could really do
Like
some
an absolute
educating
bum.
too. Sure,
You're
Totally gonna miss out on the computer gaming.
Sheree wants to kill all of us, by the way, except for Ian.
There you go.
For me, I didn't say anything.
All right.
Buddy, you're fucked. Just
Thank you, Ian, for
right,
jumping
Ian.
on with
Thanks.
us. We appreciate you.
All
Who's got
right.
the
Yes.
top bunk?
Yes. It was
Who's
a
got
great
the top
time. Nice
bunk?
to meet all of you.
Who's
Oh,
got
yeah.
It's like
we have
separate.
we have like two bunks. Like I'm
Oh,
over there.
okay.
He's up above.
the study
a little
area
whack
is
shack
under
over there.
the
Do we
bunk.
put a sheet down
All
on
right.
it so I can get some
You
privacy?
see.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We are still live on the air. You know that, right, Jack?
Yes, dude.
It's not,
I do.
It's not
He's
post
college.
show yet. It's not post show.
All right. Claudio, you have a shout
I'll
out.
make it quick.
Yes.
Steven Johnson, Jackal, thank you for having me in your league. Thank you for donating. You got my PayPal, so you'll pay me at the end of the season. Red Hat Duck, Stew Dogs, HL Priest, always awesome. Bear Truth, always awesome. And shout out to Phil's Coke Zeros. I will be getting you on Sunday night.
That's Claudio.
That's it.
I'm drinking as many as I can before you
Load
get
them
it.
up.
Just bring a case to replace.
Case to replace.
I don't know if you
How
want to
you-
get Ian back on, but it sounds like Chubbs is interested. So
Makes sense too.
Caden, get
Oh
that.
Oh my God.
Get the number for
Shayne.
Chubbs. We'll hook him up.
Shayne was struggling to get that one out. He was like, fuck. That's great.
I guess I gotta. Will's pulling out of the game. He's going to the Cobb quickie. Cherie, do you have any shout outs?
No, I don't want to talk to none of y'all.
I don't blame
It's
you.
been a tough night, Cherie. Although
No.
Jackal's got it the most.
I don't know about tonight. Cherie's taking a couple.
She's coming a couple. hits.
Y'all
I
been picking
love
on me.
I love that.
I was going to say
everybody
she's taking a
gets it.
couple off the chin, but that would be completely inappropriate.
You said it anyway, dude. I mean, jeez.
Well, Phil already said
Jackal-
I'd go down. So.
Yeah.
That was an accident. So
Thought you were trying to shut us off.
Ian's filling out his transfer papers right now.
Let's call him the dean. He's like, my fucking roommate's got these savages.
cut it. Jackal, do you have a shout out?
Real quick, shouting out the family, TTNL, but as well as the Jackal household. But more importantly, the Marsaws. Thinking of you
Thank you, man.
guys, sending my love out to Riley and the fam. And, hope the Bears kick some ass this weekend. And lastly, thank you to the TTNL people that joined the Patreon Fantasy League. It's going to be a fun year. We're going to update you weekly on Patreon, so look out for that. And fucking bear down. Let's go.
Nope.
Can only imagine the
What I
smells
do.
coming out of that thing, but
Here we go.
there it is.
Shayne Marsaw. Final
Yeah,
thought,
mine are
man.
pretty. I pretty much did them earlier.
Yeah.
Like I said, the outpouring of support. I don't want to say that it's been overwhelming because I know who we're dealing with, and I'm not surprised by the loyalty and the the ferocity that people have taken to this situation that my family is dealing with. It's been awesome. Just an update on Riley with everybody real quick. I talked to Phil, Cherie, I know and Jackal, Claude, everybody. He put in a tough couple of days over the weekend, it was expected, but he started to lose his hair yesterday and stuff like that. But his first reaction is, hey, it's hair, grows back. And 10-year-old kid, and he's, like I said, he's much stronger than I am. He gets a week off from chemo this week, but then he's got another 10-hour session next Wednesday, so he's gonna jump right back in head first, get back on the path and fight this thing head on. But the support and the positivity that everybody's showed has been awesome, and keep it coming. Like I said, it's just a short little hashtag SPENCERSTRONG, RILEYSTRONG on social media. That stuff all matters. I mean, there's people that have reached out to me that don't even want to be, don't want their name shared. And like, I had a guy reach out to me that said, I was on the message boards with you and Phil and Cars back in 1996. And I was a lurker, and I followed you guys ever since then. And I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy, and it's that bond that matters. It's not about the $7 a month from Patreon or the, almost 11,000 subscribers at the network. It's we're building something bigger than that. And I literally, as a father, see it unfolding in front of me every single day. So thank you, everybody. I mean, everybody that's here, everybody that did the the clips last week for Riley.
Yeah.
Didn't see Jackals yet. Phil hasn't shared that with me.
You better say something, Phil. There is one. Day.
I felt so bad.
All right,
I know. We got to bust
Jackal
it.
and Mikel.
I know exactly how Jackal feels, and he knows I love him and appreciate it.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's thank you so much, everybody, because it does, it means a lot. People reach out to me every day, even at my job. There's people that I don't know, and they've come up to me and said, "Hey, I heard about your son," and just give you a fist bump and let them know we're thinking about him. And like I said, end of the day, that shit matters, and it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my family. So, but on the other side, like I said, I know I predicted a beatdown on Sunday. That's kind of what I expect to happen, but I hope I'm wrong, because along with the positivity, if our fight gets better, if the Bears are good, and they make when the Bears win, the air is sweeter, life is better. It makes everything easier. So go out there and let's kick some ass.
So well said. It's almost like you read my mind.
Mod on.
Exactly. Mod on. This guy's reading my mind. Football is the greatest game in the world. It really is, because everybody matters. From the fat kid to the kicker to the quarterback. Everybody has a role to play to win the games. My shout outs this week go to the team here at TTNL that stepped up. We added Chris Zorich. I wanted to shout him out. And the guys that did the work behind the scenes. Steven Johnson of Shy City Sports.
Awesome.
Ron G for all of the video drops and everything. And Cool Kennedy for producing an amazing song and intro to the network. We stand for something here, being creative and passionate. I want to thank Alex Acevedo for going that extra mile when it comes to finding a guest like Chris Zorich and seeing it through and getting him to come on the air. And now there's a big friendship there and something special on Monday nights to look forward to. I also want to take the time out, obviously, and shout out Riley and Spencer Strong. That's what this is about. Fuck cancer. It's the hardest thing because there's so many unknowns. There's no levels. They like to say stage this, stage that. Well, I say stage right. That's where you need to stand, because it doesn't matter. Positivity is going to win out. Shayne said it best. This network stands for something. You 100 crew that come every week and are in the tailgate to the show and sharing the show, liking the show. It does an algorithm that I don't understand, that maybe Caden or Ian can explain to me that I can't. But if you like it and subscribe to it, it just makes it better. If you go to the podcast and subscribe or write a nice review, 5-star review on iTunes, it makes it better. I'm so tired of the bloggers and the narratives. I want the Bears to have to face the truth in order to make change. I believe in this network that we will do that. With your help, those little things, even these people on this, I've challenged them. Start fucking sharing the show. Promote the show. Let someone who loves the game of football, loves the Bears, know. Can't just talk about it. Got to be about it. So that's where I end my shout out for my father, who taught me so much. But the most important lesson I've ever learned from any person was from him, and it's surround yourself with good people. With that, as much as we break Chris Jackal's chops and Claudio's and, down the line, it's all out of love and friendship. And I couldn't ask for more from these guys stepping up from Shayne and constantly talking on the phone and preparing and trying to make this show and this network the best it could be, to Caden Whitlow cutting and building and open and trying to be better each and every week. Everybody plays their part. The little things do matter here, and I'm so proud of everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody, and if I did, I apologize. But I think it needed to be said at the end of this show as we kick off the season. It's going to be chaos because they're going to be doing so much coverage of this football team, good, bad, and the ugly. I wanted to really point out one last time that Chris Zorich show came together in 7 days. 7 days to put the graphics, all of that stuff, and add a legend on the network. It's big time for us that we have such a great guy. And as Cherie said, he just fits perfectly in with the people here at this network. So those are my final thoughts. God bless everybody. I can't wait to win. I hope they win. I want that sweet air, like Shayne said. I already smell football in the fall. And I just hope, beyond hope, I'm wrong. For Gary Williams' sake and everybody's sake. God bless you. Good night. I hope you keep it 100 all weekend. Become a patron, www.thetapeneverlies.com, and be there or be square, as Jackal would say.
This has been a Shy City Sports presentation and a Tape Never Lies Network production. Keeping it 100. Thanks for tuning in to the Tape Never Lies Network.